What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Ecuador versus Mexico. After a lengthy delay, we're finally ready to get started. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was eating a burrito bowl. Well, kind of like a poke bowl. I don't know what it was. It was like a teriyaki burrito bowl hybrid. Um, and I lost track of time, but it's okay because the game is not yet started. Today's stream is brought to you by FanDuel. And I've been dreading this moment since the knockouts were announced. I don't really know how I feel about this game. I'm very scared. Um, you know, I'm back in Mexico in this game. The lineup's a bit interesting. We can talk about that for a second here. Yeah, no, I'm late as hell. I'm late as hell. It's literally 4 a.m. is what Abdul says. Abdul, you staying up until 4 a.m. to watch Mexico, Ecuador might be your biggest mistake that you've ever made. Somebody says Ecuador winning. Gaston says, let's go Ecuador. Y'all got this. Where's the Alexi Lawless looking dude? That's actually a great question. Connor has abandoned all of you in the pursuit of alcohol and God knows what. God knows what other sins he's been committing. He will not be in attendance for today's game. He will not be in attendance because this is what he looks like right now. I'm actually going to bring up, this is actually a live image of Connor. This is him at a bar in New York, and it appears that he's supporting the Mexican national team. Would you look at that, folks? It only took 5 years of the channel existing to win that bastard over. He is watching the game with my brother, so he is unable to to tune in. But my God, does it look like he's having a great time? He's probably having a better time than us. Let's talk about the lineups real quick for both teams before this game gets started. So for Mexico, there's a couple changes here. Oh my God, is the game actually started? Oh, why is my stream always so delayed? Okay, real quick on the lineups. Luis Romo, Eric Lira. Did I not call on the Fútbol Asada video that this is what Aguirre was going to do? Sanchez and Gallardo as the fullbacks. I'm not surprised at all. I thought he was going to go with Brian Gutierrez over Mora, but Mora's here. There we have it. For Ecuador, I thought maybe Becasese would start Kevin Rodriguez, but no, it is Ener Valencia. Angulo keeps his starting position. He scored the first goal against Germany and was very, very good in that game. And pretty much everything else is unchanged. So that's what we are dealing with here. I'm going to make myself full screen. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to find something that's not so delayed. You guys know the battle that I've been enduring in Argentina, finding a stream that is not like disgustingly delayed, and it just seems to be an impossibility. I will hold on, let me pull up the scoreboard here, and then I will just read out my time to y'all in case y'all want to sync up. There we go. Let me mute this in case anything starts happening. Jack, if Mexico wins the World Cup, will you start an OnlyFans? That seems like something I'm more likely to do if Mexico lose today 3-0, right? That seems like a big change in direction for my life. Okay, it looks like I am on 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. What I'm going to do is the first throw in or something that we have, I'm going to change to another stream and see if this bumps me forward a little bit. Because I'm watching like a retransmission of TUDN right now. Long ball from Montes. Hit up. Okay. Okay, Ecuador wins the ball back immediately. And here comes Mexico again, and it's a foul on Piojo. Okay, wow, this is a goddamn... wow, this is a foul. Hold on, I'm right back. All right. Let's see how this changes things. God, if I miss a goal, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna absolutely cry is what I'm gonna do. Could be our first 0-0. Yes, actually, more on that in a second. Why is this buffering so much? God, what does a man have to do to get a freaking World Cup stream in a South American country? I mean, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Okay, I'm on. Well, my stream is frozen right now, but I'm looking at what is going on. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Just play the freaking game. Okay. I'm on 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 3 minutes on TSN. Okay, I am like 30 seconds behind y'all. Holy hell. Well, I knew this was going to happen. So I'm just going to have to be very careful with the chat. Okay, we have a ball out here to Mora, ball down to Eric Lira. He's going to put it across. It's actually floated pretty well. I don't know what Gallardo's doing. We're going all the way back. Okay. Here's Romo. Takes a big shoulder from Ener Valencia. I will try to find another stream during the water break or maybe some sort of VAR. Mora across. Oh my gosh. I think that was Ordonez with an early crucial block for Ecuador. Eric Lira does so well there against Ener Valencia. Excellent work from Lira. Mora getting some early touches again. Johan Vasquez. Cesar Montes. Entire Mexican team is in the Ecuadorian half. Jorge Sanchez in the box. Shot comes in early. Oh. Mora just over the bar. Yeah, that would have been absolutely insane. That would have been absolutely insane if that went in. Hold on here. Oh, I feel like now my head is cut off. Okay, well, maybe if I do that, that's probably good enough there. Yeah, that's probably fine. Piojo ball down. This is actually a great ball. The pass is, oh no. Was that Luis Romo who shot? It was. That was a wow. We had like a 3-on-2 there, and he just elects to shoot. Damn. I mean, that was we had 3 options there, and he took the wrong one. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, let's hope that that's Luis Romo's, one mistake of the game. Okay, Mexico attacking again. There's a ball down. Here we go. Luis Romo again, buddy. Oh, Raul Jimenez was wide open, dude. Oh, my God. I don't think I said this already, but this stream is brought to you by FanDuel, and I'm back in Mexico to get the win. I think we're plus 175. I have to, man. I have to. I refuse to believe that Javier Aguirre is just going to get outcoached by Becasese. I refuse to believe that. That's going to really, really disappoint me. Now, that doesn't mean we can't lose. I'm talking about he gets outcoached by Becasese, right? Because like if we score an own goal or something, like it's not Javier Aguirre's fault. If we play well, but just nobody can finish, that's not his fault. I'm talking like, are we outmaneuvered in this game? I don't see that happening. I'm 4 seconds behind some of y'all. A lot of y'all a minute ahead. Do you watch it on D Sports in DirecTV Go in Argentina? I'm watching it on Paramount of Vincent. which Paramount carries D Sports, but I think because it's not D Sports directly, I think that's why it's a little crappier. Oh, what the hell was that? Which is a little annoying, I'll admit. Well, in the opening 8 minutes, Mexico have had 2 half chances, one created by Mora. No, 3 half chances. A shot from Mora, a cross from Mora, four. A chance from Luis Romo, which should have been better, and then a header from Raul Jimenez back post, created by Luis Romo. So this is a very encouraging start to Mexico. I cannot lie. I wonder if Ecuador is feeling good because of because of the Germany game. I wonder if they're like, well, I mean, if Paraguay can beat Germany, we can beat Mexico. Even though I would argue beating Mexico at the Azteca is more difficult than this Germany team on neutral ground. That's what I would argue. But still, shout out to Paraguay, man. Those guys are dogs. Are Ecuador the same type of dog? I don't know. We're about to find out. I do love the color combo going on right now. The green versus the yellow. Very cool. You don't feel like you don't see that very often. Ball all the way back to Galindez. I wonder how are Ecuador going to play in this one, man. I just mentally, I don't know what to do with these guys. I mean, Pedro Vite should become completely used to this playing in Liga MX. I don't think he's going to be intimidated. Okay, here we go. Well, there's a lot of space for Ecuador. Gonzalo Plata is receiving the ball, and there's like a ton of space here. Yeah, there's a ton of space here. Okay, a little bit of pressure from Gallardo back to Ordóñez, won by Vasquez. Here is Moises, who's going to switch the play, and I don't know who's running for it. Pedro Vite, he keeps it in. Not too yeah. I mean, look at Mexico's line right now. It's pretty high, so there could be a long ball over top from Bacho. He's known to do that. Here it comes from Vite, and it's well timed. Incampié, ball across. I think that was Montes. Of course it was. Angulo could have another shot at it, but there's too many Mexicans in the box. Top of box, Moises Caicedo. Alan Franco out to... Who is that? Is that Ordóñez? Franco puts the ball in, but there's nobody there. Cleared by Piojo. Here's Mexico the other way. Quiñones, great little side pass from Mora there. They got hella numbers. Oh, and then Caicedo wins it back. Yeah, I'll try next hydration break to switch over again to a different stream. Where's Connor? Oh, you missed it. I was sharing the image of him. He's at a pub watching the game in New York. I think he and I are going to do the States game together tomorrow. I don't know, man. Streams are exhausting. I went to bed at like 3 in the morning last night because of the Morocco-Netherlands game going into extra time. I was like, damn. Thankfully, I was still able to sleep in at least a little bit, but Mundial fatigue is completely here. Turnover from Plata. Lira going the other way. He's got Angulo on him, and I think he's just trying to draw this foul. Foul on Lira, or is this just a throw from Mexico? I can't tell. I mean, it's a throw, I think. Oh no, it's a free kick. Well, that's idiotic by Ecuador. Idiotic by Ecuador. Why would you Eric Lira's not going anywhere? Oh no, never mind. It's a throw in. Forgive me, I can barely hear the commentary, so I don't know what they're saying. That was a great ball down from Mora to Luis Romo for the header. Oh, Raul is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He was open. Oh God. God, that's gonna. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Galindez sends it long. Jorge Sanchez holds off Angulo. Mora's going to evolve this game. I feel it. So I hope you're right, man. I've seen enough. Mexico's winning the World Cup. Is Becca Sese already getting outcoached? Let's get to the end of the first quarter and then we'll see. Oh, this was a great. Oh my gosh, Raul, so good. Here comes Piojo the other side. Piojo shot comes in, it's blocked, and this is going to be a corner for Mexico. Dude, Mexico's cooking right now, man. I think that was a shot from Piojo. That's definitely a shot, and he just mishits it. That was not a pass. That was absolutely a shot. First corner kick of the game for Mexico. And this is dangerous, man. I think you score a set piece in this game, it's done. I think it's that. Oh, we take it short. Oh, what the? Oh, we're taking it again because Alan Franco is fighting with Johan, I guess. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now we're just going to play it traditionally this time into the box. Maybe this works out for us better. I mean, here we go. Flick on. It's blocked. Jorge Sanchez. Sanchez. Out to Cesar Montes, who's going to try to. It's not a bad ball, actually. Yeah, it's not a bad ball. Put it back in the box. Oh my God, I thought Mora put that top bins, dude. This is incredibly uncomfortable for Ecuador. Oh, man. Oh, man. God damn, that was close. Oh, my God. Is Luis Romo like asking for a pass? Bro, he almost scored like the goal of the tournament. Put your hands down. The hell are you talking about? Montes up. I mean, there's just no possession. There's no threat from Ecuador. Here's Pacho. I mean, the ball is just pinging up and down, and Ordonez is going to try to win it this time. And here's Piojo, and okay. Lira, it's a great ball. It's a, I mean, it's a great idea. It's a great idea, though. Too much sauce on it, but there's nothing wrong with that pass. This entire side of the field was congested. Lira switches the play. Put too much heat on it, but that's a good ball. Wow, weak from Ecuador here. There's just nothing in terms of like presence. They're just like defending. It's just like suffering right now. 35% possession for Ecuador to start, 62 for Mexico. Feels like more. Feels like more, honestly. Plata away from 1, Plata away from 2, Plata down to Incampié. This is like the first time first time Ecuador have threatened. Here's, I believe, oh my gosh. Did Rangel save that, or did Yoboa just miss? Hold on. Okay, I think he nutmegs Montes, which I haven't seen that in a while. I think Rangel gets a finger on that. Should be a corner kick. I thought they reviewed this stuff, but I guess not. Okay, well, that's Ecuador's first attack of the game and looked pretty dangerous. That was a save. I'm pretty sure that was a save. Who looks better? Mexico, 100%. Bro needs my Peacock login? Yes, I do. It's the downside of, I don't know, digital nomad life. 5 most disappointing teams so far? Ask me at halftime and I'll pop in. Why did you bail on Algeria versus Austria game? I waited and waited for your video on the game, but you let me down, man. Dude, lost. I'm uploading 3 videos a day, my man. Like, I can't cover every single game. I told you why I didn't drop an Algeria Austria video. I didn't watch the game because I was watching Argentina Jordan because I was at a watch party for the Argentina game. That's why I didn't drop. I'm not going to talk about a game I didn't see. It's not because I hate Algeria. 1, I'm busy. 2, I have a job. 3, I didn't watch the game. 4, I'm giving y'all other videos. That's why you didn't get an Austria-Algerian one. Long ball up. Oh, God. I think Sanchez is beat here. Angulo does actually pretty shit there. He probably should have brought the first bounce down. Great tackle by Jorge Sanchez. And this is going to be a throw. Are you watching it in Spanish? Yes. This is not a snooze fest, at least not yet. That is incredibly true. This has been more, what would I say, action-packed than the first 20 minutes of Netherlands-Morocco. Did you see my country, Sweden, lose badly? I saw part. Oh, we're having the first little dust up here. That wasn't a foul, though. Like, that's not a foul. It's a 50-50 challenge. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Opinion on why Ecuador is playing light? Oh God, you're asking me to explain the mind of Sebastian Begasese. I'm assuming that he thinks the longer we frustrate Mexico, the more that their fans will get anxious and then we can smash and grab something. I'm assuming that's why they're doing it. Why they're not coming out and playing like they did in match day 1 against Ivory Coast, where they actually blitzed and should have gotten multiple goals in that half. Maybe they feel like it didn't work, even though they were unlucky. Maybe they feel like it didn't work, so they don't want to try it here in a knockout game. And they're like, hey, let's just be safe. Let's just be safe. We're good at defense. Let's play defense. Nothing more. We don't need to look like a really, oh my gosh. Is Quinones offside? He might be offside here, but Quinones. Past the freaking. Oh my God. Dude, Quinones has just completely smashed one into the roof of the net. Wow, Ecuadorian players are looking around. They want an offside. It did look a little close, but the linesman says nothing. Julian Quinones with his 3rd goal of the World Cup. Wow. Maybe that's why Ecuador are parking the bus, for whoever just asked me that question. Because they had a high line there and they just got punished. Here, let's watch this again. Oh, it's because he's on. Wow, he was on our half. Oh, that shot is ridiculous. That shot is ridiculous. Oh my God. Por favor, Quiñones. No, that is a complete freaking rocket, dude. You see Raul calling for the pass, and Quiñones is like, I got this. Don't worry. Wow, and Ecuador concede early. Well, I said whoever scores first, I think wins. Vamos Mexico. Let's go. What a screamer. What a ball. What an intelligent ball over top. I'm pretty sure that was Piojo. I'm just sorry. I'm just checking fault mode to confirm. Hold on. Give me a sec. Yeah, that was Piojo with the ball over top. Perfectly timed. Here, man, Ecuador. I don't want to jinx anything. I just don't. I don't see this team. Okay, whatever. Let me just shut up. Let me just shut up until the game is over. I mean, look, we talked about tactics so far. Oh my God, Angulo ball in. Cleared by Romo. Pacho back to Angulo. We talked about tactics, and I don't think Ecuador have any. I don't think Ecuador have any. I think El Vasco is actually, at worst, a solid tactician. At worst, a solid tactician. I think he's quite good. He's pretty good at, getting a team to play better than the individuals. Oh, excellent interception by Piojo. Wow, he is cooking right now, dude. I think we've seen many times already at this World Cup that the managers matter. Like Japan and Hajime Moriyasu. Ronald Koeman in the Netherlands. Against Morocco, the guy completely changes the team's identity. They don't want to play possession ball anymore. All of a sudden, they're like, you know what? We're going to park the bus. When have the Netherlands parked the bus? It was crazy. Mohamed Awabi for Morocco did the opposite. Was like, no, we're going to stick to the game plan. I think he set up Morocco brilliantly, and they completely deserved to win the game. Javier Aguirre has done a ridiculously good job with Mexico. A ridiculously good job. I've been singing this man's praise for a while. I literally don't know what he hasn't done besides play pretty football. but look, man, I've ranted about this so many times. I want the pretty football too. I'm pretty happy with being up 1-0 against Ecuador in a round of 32 game of the World Cup, though. I'm pretty happy with that. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. And I can't see him being outcoached by a guy who has no tactics whatsoever. On top of the fact that in Mexico, I think, have better difference makers in the attack. Raul Jimenez, Quiñones right now is on fire. Ecuador have good players. Like Angulo's a good player. Gonzalo Plata is a pretty good player. Yobo is a pretty good player. And Valencia scores a lot of goals against Bolivia. So, yeah, I thought this was going to be a pretty hard-fought game, of course. We're at the first quarter, right? We're at the first water break here. And it has been nothing short of Mexican dominance. I mean, it has been nothing short of Mexican dominance. Mexico's outclassing Ecuador 100%. Like 100%. Bro, what do you mean hydration break? Is that not what this is? It's a hydration break. A Colombian is Mexico's best player. Let's not do that right now. I'm Dutch. I needed the whole day to recover, but I'm realistic. This was needed to sack Koeman. Morocco deserved the W. That's a very logical and I think healthy takeaway. Shout out to you. You've clearly done some self-reflection in the shower last night. Jack, how do you fancy our chance against England in Mexico City Stadium next round? We're in that game 100%. We're in that game 100%. I think at some point this system that Aguirre's made has a limit. I don't know who's going to crack that limit. You could say, dude, England could lose to DR Congo. Like 100%, they could lose to DR Congo. Especially the Congo can actually score a goal. England's pretty physical. You know, they got some big dudes in that team as well. So that's going to be interesting. But I think Mexico has a shot. Right now, I think we lose in a very competitive, 2-1 game, possibly in extra time. That's how I see this now. But we can win. And depending on how we keep playing in this game, I might change my tune. And let's see what England look like. Why was Raul running like that? Oh, y'all are mad at the ref for stopping the play. Okay. I thought you were mad at me for calling it a hydration break. I was like, that is what it's called, though. Ecuador frauds. Okay, let's just calm down for a second. Let's just calm down. I'm not going to say I agree or disagree. What I don't want to do is start disrespecting the opposition and then we lose. Oh, Lira, that was ridiculous. That was so good. Foul from Enner against Piojo. Dude, Ecuador looked completely shook. Oh, foot stepped on. Oh, damn. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Johan on the ball. Mora out to Gallardo. Quinones back to Mora. You can see Mora wants to always force the issue, which I really, really appreciate because I think we've had some very cowardly players for a while who don't really want to take risks, and we need a guy like him. Ooh, ball comes across. And Campie is going to clear it. I mean, basically, the game plan now looks like get the ball to Angulo and hope that he can, like, beat Jorge Sanchez one-on-one. I mean, that literally looks like what they're doing every single time. Oh, my gosh, a horrific clearance. Raul, top of box. Oh, whoa. Good, Raul. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Oh, another freaking screamer from Mexico. Raul Jimenez looked like he effed it up. He gets it to Quinones. Back to Raul. It's a terrible Ecuador mistake. And Mexico are up 2-0. Holy, what is... Hold on. I need a moment to comprehend what's actually happening right now. Dude, we are smacking them. We are absolutely shredding them. I mean, this is... What is this? A simple mistake by... Was it Pacho? I think it's Ordonez. Yeah, it's just terrible. This shot is ridiculous. I mean, hell of a ball from Quinones. Hell of a strike rising to the top corner. No keeper is saving this. No keeper is saving this shot. That's two, like, unsavable shots for Mexico. Wow, that's a mistake in the back. That's a mistake in the back from Ecuador when you're already losing 1-0. Holy hell, dude. Is this going to be a... Are we headed for a paliza? Is this going to be a complete beatdown? Angulo pass, Piojo. Look at that. Look at that recovery from Cesar. So good. So freaking good, man. This defense is so aggressive. So freaking aggressive. It's just a pain in the ass to play against. Utter domination in the opening 30 minutes. Utter domination. Pedro Vite. I haven't really said his name since like the 5th minute. Gambier up. Okay, here we go. They're playing down this left-hand side the entire time. Valencia puts the ball across his block by Montes. I mean, Ecuador need a set piece to get back in this game because there's no creativity. They're not doing anything. Every single attack has gone down the left-hand side. Are you guys seeing this? I don't know if they think Jorge Sanchez is like the worst defender in the world, but they are literally just going down in Campier in Angulo's side every single time. Oh my God, I'm so far back in the chat. Holy hell. Jack, thank you for cursing Ecuador for us. You're welcome. I started this long ago. Okay? You guys didn't see it. You didn't see what the play was. I saw it. I saw it. You're welcome. Thoughts on Manzambi? That's the most random question you could ask me right now. Equa frauds. Dude, I can't even disagree with you right now. Man, this is bad. This is bad right now, dude. And I would say it's 80% because Mexico are just all over them. The mistake from Ordonez is like, okay, be better, right? You're supposed to be one of the most hyped up. Dala, good hand there. You're supposed to be one of the most hyped up center back prospects, maybe in the world, certainly in South America. Your team's already down 1-0, and that happens. And you're playing the host. What is happening right now? Oh, it's goal kick. Okay, here we go. Okay, Ecuador are trying to press a little bit because they don't have a choice. So Mexico, we're going direct. Oh, we've already scored in situations like this. I wonder if we can do it again. Oh, the passing is so good until it gets to Jorge Sanchez, and then everything dies. But up until that point, it looked good. Dude, the passing is just everybody's clearly on the same page. I've seen enough. Mora's the GOAT. Remember when like a portion of the fan base turned on Mora like during the South Africa game? I remember that. 3 games ago. I remember that. Jack, are you Indonesian? Not at all. Not even a little bit. Hate watch done? Yeah, I think the haters better just exit the chat now. I think they might as well exit the chat now. Does the placement of CONCACAF affect 2030 spots for us? Well, I mean, in the sense of our FIFA ranking, yeah. If Mexico, Canada, USA keep winning, then I don't see why we wouldn't be pot 1 teams. Well, some of us would be pot 1 teams. Mexico, where is Mexico in FIFA ranked right now? It's extremely high. I think it's like number 11 or something. Mexico could be a pot 1 team next World Cup. Canada, there's no chance. USA have the potential to do it. Well, I guess if Canada beat Morocco, like technically, I think they'd probably jump up to like number 15 in the rankings. And assuming we stay at a 48-team World Cup, that still wouldn't be enough, but they would be a pot 2, and that's pretty damn good. Oh God. Okay. Luis Romo gets stripped. Gonzalo Plata dancing around somebody, and then Luis Romo recovers. So, hey, he lost the ball. He got the ball back. I'm not going to clown him. Let's go again. And then the States, I think, are like 16th right now. So theoretically, could they go up 4 more spots at this World Cup? Yeah. But then they have to, maintain that throughout an entire cycle of qualifying. But Mexico could genuinely be a pot 1, which would be insane. It's a long shot though, because I think if Mexico lose, if we lose anything in the Gold Cup or the Nations League, God forbid, like Honduras knock us out or something, it's going to go down like 2 or 3 spots alone from that. So yes, this is important. I mean, everything is always important for FIFA rankings, even international friendlies. Ecuador are frauds. A lot of people are saying frauds. The power of sleep deprivation. Oh my god. 4-0 incoming from Arkham. Oh god, dude. Mexico 4-0 in the round of 32 against one of the best defensive teams in the world. Yeah, we might have to strip that away, chat. I might have to apologize. Y'all have been waiting on an apology from me for the numerous sins that I've committed just in this cycle alone of being a YouTuber. I might have to apologize for saying Ecuador is the best defense in the world. I might have to apologize because it doesn't look like it right now. Doesn't look like it at all. Yeah, Ordonez. Oh my God. Miss hits it and then he slips. And you know what? Maybe part of that is because, like, I get it. It rained. Dude, Raul Jimenez is in the middle of 4 Ecuadorian players when he scores that goal. Are you guys seeing this replay? He's got Caicedo to his left, Vite to his right, and then he's got both center backs in front of him. He's in an Ecuadorian square, and he places it top bins. Ridiculous, man. This guy is so class. How big has Raul Jimenez been for this national team since, I don't know, since El Vasco was reappointed? He's been so good. Here's Yeboah. Excellent help defense from Quiñones. Yeboah. Oh! Tala with a great save. Yeboah's pissed. That's a great save from Tala. Damn, he kind of crossed Gallardo there. That's a great save. Gets 2 hands on it. Well done, Tala. Well done. Valencia needs to be subbed off. Azteca gives +3 boost to all stats. Yeah, Javier, you're right. More like +8, right? To certain, I mean, aggression and stamina at the very least. Cleared by Montes. That's why you got him in there, man. I can't remember the last time Montes got beat for a header. I can't remember the last time. Canada and Argentina are the only teams that play well at the Azteca. I don't really remember really good Canadian performances at the Azteca. I mean, the U.S. played very well the last time they went to the Azteca. Oh, Angulo beats Sanchez there. Oh, excellent. Well done. Is that Piojo again? Dude, Piojo is having a fucking masterclass today. Like, this is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. No, he's having a masterclass. This is insane. If he's not there, that's a tap in for Gonzalo Plata. Ecuador need this set piece goal to get back in this game, man. I'm telling you. Good punch from Tala. It's very one-dimensional. They literally have one attack down the right-hand side to Yeboah, and he kind of cooked and got a shot off. I wonder if they're going to try that again, or they're just going to keep ramming everything down the left. It's getting predictable. I mean, Mexico, we're just kind of leaning. We're kind of tilting left now. Oh, unlucky corner to give away for Sanchez. Such a shame we can't play the Azteca if we go deep. Yeah, it's ridiculous that Mexico and Canada don't have every game guaranteed at home. Like, as far as they go, it should be guaranteed. Canada should be playing their games at home too. Why is the U.S. the only one that has everything guaranteed? I think it's dumb. Becasese should be sacked at halftime. Coke says, bro, Mexico might beat England. I'm telling you, man. Ooh, no. I'm telling you, man. Wow. Sensei says, this makes Germany look incredibly down bad, horrendous. They're just a solid team. They're not scary anymore. I was texting the Asada guys because I said on the video I did in their channel, I was like, I'd rather get Germany. And I saw some comments like, bro, Germany, that's crazy. I'm like, dude, Mexico would beat Germany. Mexico would 100% beat Germany. At the Azteca, this Germany, yeah, we would beat them. And freaking Paraguay took them out in neutral ground. So I'm feeling pretty good about that take. Switzerland could win? Switzerland should win. Against Algeria? It's a very close game, I think. Best Mexican first half from Krusty Pampers? Yes. Yes. Jack, never rate Ecuador again? That dude, I might be putting him in timeout, man. They might get put in timeout. More on the ball. It's a very good. Ooh, oh my gosh. Raul wins it again. It's a great ball in. It's a great ball in. Ordonez is really struggling in this game. He gets beat by Raul for the second time. Second time. Gaston says that he wants Mexico to play Argentina in the final so they can spank us for the 5th time in World Cup history. Gaston, you gonna get lit up, man, in this chat. 1,000 Argentine pesos is 67 cents. Yes, it is. Jack could pass for half Japanese. I've been told that many times. Tack is probably sad right now. He's really, really sad. Oh my god. I'm only 8 minutes back in the chat, but I am really behind on these. Oh, Jorge Sanchez. Oh my god. If he starts doing something, this is insane. Top of box. Oh my god. That should have been the third, man. That should have been the third. It's actually a really good ball from Jorge Sanchez. Raul hits it, and I just think Mora, I don't think he knows the ball's coming to him, and it just slowly pops over. Dude, Galindez himself is kind of all over the place. George says it's 3:40 in the morning in the UK. He's at a decaf coffee and a frothy milk, and he's watching a banger. Dude, I did not see this performance from Mexico. This is so inspiring, entertaining, effective, suffocating. Fire. I mean, what do you want to use to describe it? This is ridiculous. And y'all were saying Mexico, we are 9 in the FIFA rankings. Okay, so we're already a pot 1. And maybe we could even end as like an 8th in the ranking because the Dutch were above us and they've just lost. So if Mexico win 2 more knockout games, if we take out England, who are 4th, I think, that could be 8th, 7th, or 8th in the rankings. Incambie and Pacho, absolute frauds. Dude, Leo, it's not, I don't think it's Pacho right now. I think it's mainly Ordonez who I'm seeing get violated a little bit more. Bro donated lint. It's crazy. Oh, first yellow card. That's crazy. I love Valencia, but it's time to banish him to the shadow realm. Yeah. Here's some more lint from Gaston. Gaston's helping me out. Slowly, we're building up to that alfajor money. Chances of Canada beating Morocco, very low. Very, very low. I think Morocco will win 2-0. Morocco don't score a lot. I think Canada will fight like hell. But I'm going to go 2-0 Morocco. Anthony says, you to GOAT. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony, Texas. I appreciate that. Another Texas guy in the chat. Shout out. I'm from Houston, for those of you who are unaware. Oh my gosh. Dude, Valencia, what a touch. It is garbage, and Johan slides on him. Johan hasn't had a ton to do, but Colombia needs to beat the Black Stars, or we're going to have discussions about these South American teams. Hey, man, cool. Paraguay beat Germany, okay? I think we're talking about Ecuador. I mean, Brazil did beat Japan too. That's not a bad win. That's not an easy win. So Paraguay got a good win, Japan got a good win, and Ecuador getting eviscerated. Clackers says that Ecuador's coach is hotter than me. Oh, do I think Becasese is better looking than me? No, I don't. No. However, I think a woman with extreme daddy issues might be more attracted to Becasese than me. I don't know if that's I don't know if I got that target demo. I'll give Becasese that. Everything else, I would back myself, right? I think Jack from Deadball TV over Becasese in five games. That's what I'm saying. Gentleman sweep. But you guys let me know. You guys let me know in the chat. This Mora kid is good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. American donation to the currency for the currency police. I didn't know you could change the currency of your super chats, Vincent. You don't have to send any more money, bro. It is kind of funny. The conversion rate, which I think I saw recently, it's like 1,500 pesos now is $1. So it still is pretty stable since I got here 2 years ago. It hasn't changed a whole lot. Actually, there was a point a couple months ago, I think it had actually improved. 7, don't forget Belgium. Oh, damn. So, okay. So there's a very real scenario where we beat Ecuador, who have a good ranking, and it's a knockout game. So the points and the coefficients are really good. Senegal beat Belgium tomorrow. I mean, if DR Congo beat England, I mean, that's going to be a big hit. Even if they don't, let's just say, Angulo, hella great help defense from Jorge Sanchez. Angulo keeps beating one Mexican defender, but as I've said, with this system under Aguirre, we basically have 2 fullbacks at all times. And if he gets past Piojo, Sanchez tackles him. If he gets past Sanchez, Piojo tackles him. Angulo's good, but he's not Diomande. He's not Lamine Yamal. He's not going to be able to just dribble around the entire Mexican defense. And there doesn't seem to be too much else of a strategy for Ecuador other than force feed him. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, there's a really good chance Mexico's a pot 1 for the next World Cup, which will be awesome because I think we'll benefit from that a little bit more at the next World Cup because we won't be hosts. So it will benefit us more to play worse opposition. That is the first half, and this has been nothing short of an ass whooping. This is wow. I mean, we're gonna look at this together, folks. We're gonna look at this together, folks. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Can y'all see my fault, Mom? Okay. So Quinones, goal and assist, absolutely cooking. Raul Jimenez, honestly, I think 7.7 is a little low. Piojo's been amazing. I mean, forget the assist. I think the work rate's been awesome from him. Eric Lira seems pretty low. I'm sure he's like lost a bunch of duels or something, so that's not helping his rating out. Gallardo's, he's really only been dribbled at once by Yeboah, and Yeboah did get his ass pretty good. Johan and Montes haven't had to do a little bit of cleanup crew on corners and stuff. Rangel had the one really, really good save. Did they give him credit for the other one? No, they did not. Damn, 0.63 expected goals on that shot from Yeboah. Really, really good. As I said, Ordóñez is really, really struggling. This midfield of Caicedo and Vite, which has been really good up until this point, is simply getting overwhelmed. It's simply getting overwhelmed. I don't know why so many teams want to play like a 2-man midfield against 3 midfielders, and you just end up getting your ass beat. But that's what Becasese has decided to do here today. Angulo has been basically the entire offensive outlet for Ecuador and hasn't produced too much. I mean, what does he have? Like 1 chance created? 0 chances created. Okay, there we go. So Plata, I don't know what he's done to deserve that rating, probably a couple dribbles. Valencia's been a ghost. Galindez hasn't done anything. And Ordonez has been very, very poor. Let's look at the stats here, and then I'll get to some questions. 0.72 expected goals. This is a very, very clinical performance from Mexico. This might even should be a little bit higher because Raul Jimenez is like a header. Yeah. Oh, it was off. Okay, they still factor that in. Okay. Very clinical for Mexico, I would say. This is one big chance created. I'm not having that. I mean, this to me is a big chance for Raul, if nothing else. And I think the actual goal for Raul is also a big chance. So I would say this is like 2 or 3 big chances for Mexico, and the best chance for Ecuador has been the Yeboah shot, which is a great piece of skill from Yeboah, but this has been extremely comfortable. This has been a beatdown, and I mean, if I go to head, dude, it's been goddamn draw city with us recently. And then they beat us, and this might have been a B team for Mexico. I can't remember, and honestly, who cares? Who gives a single damn? Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose, and then let's get to as many of these chats as possible. I can barely breathe. Hold on. So much better. Okay. Quinones is the MVP of Mexico. What a World Cup he is having. What a World Cup he's having. I've thought that Quinones has deserved a moment with Mexico, and he's had 4 now at this World Cup. It's ridiculous. 3 goals and an assist. It is ridiculous. Sergio says this result brings Ecuador 10 years back. I mean, Ecuadorians got to be crazy quiet on social media right now. I mean, this is woo. Yeboah is German, so yes, the Germans would lose. And yes, goddamn, he is half German. That is true. Michael says England haven't played in an atmosphere half as intimidating as the Azteca. Interested to see how they respond if they beat Dr. Congo. It's a very close game. It's an incredibly close game between Mexico and England right now. And I've said multiple times in the stream, I'll say it again because a lot of y'all jumped in just now. If England don't play well, they beat Congo on pens or something like that, and we keep on dominating, my trigger finger is going to be itching to call the upset for Mexico to take down England. It's far, far from an impossibility. Like, if you want to talk about what's more likely to happen, Mexico beat England or Canada beat Morocco, I mean, it's Mexico beating England 100%. 100%. Aguirre, he already won me over like a year and a half ago, but right now he's just absolutely cooking. Does the majority of Mexico players deserve an apology? Oh, this is an interesting question, man. I think I've asked this to my own subscribers before. I think I've said, what happens if the worst Mexican national team of all time, which is what the narrative has been around this team for years, the least talented, what if they do make a quarterfinal or better? Do we need to look back and be like, maybe they weren't that bad? Maybe we just had really bad coaches? Maybe we do owe this generation an apology, like all of them? It's a very good question. It's a very good question. And I am prepared to answer that in full, depending on how we do the rest of the tournament. Mexico surprised me a lot. Yeah. What a beatdown. A lot of y'all are saying. Jack is a fraud. He said Ecuador would beat us 5 months ago. Well, I said that Mexico would beat Ecuador in my last video. So why does that make me a fraud? Why does that make me a fraud? A man can't update his opinion? Interesting. See, this is why the internet, man, y'all, nobody ever allows anybody to change their mind on something. It's crazy. Cold take Shine Bomb over Millet? Jack made us think we should worry about Ecuador. Well, you should worry about Ecuador. I mean, Ecuador are a good team. We're beating the crap out of them, though. Let's also not be completely moronic and act like Mexico has been playing like this the entire World Cup, or Mexico has been playing like this leading up to the World Cup. This is the best first 45 minutes that I can remember since maybe since the Nations League against Canada. Is there another game in there that I would say we absolutely torched somebody? No, I would say this is the best first 45 minutes. This is night and day even compared to South Africa. Compared to South Korea, we didn't do anything in the South Korea game. Jack, you're a fraud. You didn't believe in Mexico. Why do y'all keep saying this, dude? I've had Mexico winning the group the whole time. I'm not addressing these allegations, which have just been disproven so many times anymore. Ecuador sucks. They don't suck. We're making them look like they suck. Last time it was 4-0. Last time it was 4-0. What was 4-0? What would you rate Mexico's performance so far? 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that is not a 10 is that we literally could have had 3 goals already. Like, if I'm being an asshole and I'm nitpicking, 9.5 out of 10. But this is electric. Mexico are looking good, man. Dude, looking really, really good. They sold us a lemon with this Ecuador team. They are not doing well. They are not doing well right now. Tactical manager is not taking this well. Blow nose TV. Blow nose TV. CONCACAF over Asia. I'm not going to agree with that. But I think the best teams in CONCACAF, the top 3 are stronger than the top 3 in Asia. The elite in CONCACAF are better. You know, the top 3 or top 4, even if you want to say that, are better than the top 4 in Asia right now. Hey, bro, are you Mexican? Yes, I'm half Mexican. My mother's Mexican. And that is why I decided a very long time ago to support the Mexican national team. Everyone needs to give Romo his credit now. Yeah, I think anytime a player does well, you got to give him credit. I don't think I'm the biggest Luis Romo hater on the internet. I think I was actually pretty complimentary of him at the Copa America, the worst Copa America I've ever seen, but he was one of our better players in that tournament. I think there are better options, but he's playing well. Dude, Piojo, I've never seen Piojo play this well for Mexico. He looks really, really good right now. Ironically, I think he also looked good when we had the 1-1 draw friendly against Mexico. I think, if I'm recalling correct, he was also pretty good in that game. But maybe there was one other friendly recently where he looked really, really solid. And I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ecuador again. Do you think it's already over for Ecuador? Yes. Yeah. I don't see this team coming back down 2 goals because I don't think Javier Aguirre is going to let that happen. And Mexico's, dude, if we concede 2 in the second half, like we collapsed. We completely collapsed. From what I've seen, the individual players are far better, but Mexico works better as a full team. Yeah, far better. I mean, Ecuador have a lot of very expensive players in the team. I don't know what their transfer market squad value is, but it's high. It's really, really high. I mean, Bacho and Campie, Caicedo, it's very high. Ordóñez is probably going to be like a $50 million center back. You know, I think part of that is recent reputation of Ecuadorian players. The fact that they also deliver. You know, there haven't really been like big flops for Ecuadorian players that I can recall off the top of my head. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. In recent times. So are they way better than the Mexican individual players? I mean, I don't know. I think Moises Caicedo is the best midfielder, but I don't think that Ecuador has a midfielder like Brian Gutierrez. I don't think Ecuador has a midfielder like Gilberto Mora. The closest thing they have is like a Kendry Páez, and I think both Mexicans are far better than Kendry Páez. I think Kendry Páez is just never going to work out. So in some positions, yeah, they have like really, really good players, but I'm not going to say that Ecuador center backs are far better than Mexico's, especially not like as like a partnership. Johan and Montes are ridiculously good. So, Ecuador have the shinier toys. They got the fancier sports cars in certain parts of the pitch, but from front to back, Mexico is more solid. And there are Mexican players that I do think from a market value standpoint should be closer to their Ecuadorian counterparts, but they're not, for a lot of reasons. The league that they play in, their age, like I said, recent Ecuadorian reputation, the fact that Mexico hasn't really had big hits in the transfer market recently. I mean, our last big one was Santi Jimenez, and it's been an abject failure so far at AC Milan. He could turn it around, but I don't know how much more opportunity he's going to get. Edson didn't work it out at West Ham. Edson barely played at Fenerbahce. I'm trying to think of other big money moves that a Mexican's made recently. I mean, Quinones is cooked in the Saudi league, but I don't know how much people respect that. So, yeah. I hate how the Fox coverage is obsessed over the U.S. team. Well, it is an American. It's an American company. I can understand. The Javier Aguirre redemption arc wasn't on my bingo card, bro. He's been so good. He's been so good. He's been so good. Like I don't. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's been. Sometimes I see, a player that he starts or he makes a substitution. I'm like, God damn it, why? But overall, he's been close to flawless. He's been close to flawless. I think when Elijah and I did like a grading every single coach in CONCACAF video, I think that Javier Aguirre was the only one that got an A. And Thomas Christensen, of course, from Panama. Those are the only guys that scored an A. I think at the time I gave Pochettino a C. Now, since the Gold Cup, he's definitely improved the States, but Aguirre's just dude, he's won everything. We barely lose. Perfect group stage. We're dominating Ecuador. I mean, yeah. You hate pancakes? No. No. Did I say anything about hating pancakes? Has Mora been a massive factor in this game so far? Yes, he's been very good. He's been very good. The whole midfield's been pretty solid. Roma's had some bad moments. Roma's had some good moments. Eric Lira, I think I pulled this up at halftime. He's got the lowest rating on FUBMob. I don't agree. I don't know why. He probably lost a duel or something, and his rating's gone down. Is Quinones personally going to save Mexico? I don't know if he's going to personally save. I mean, I feel like he has help. I don't know if this is a Quinones carry job. I think Raul's doing what he needs to do. Mora's doing what he needs to do. Everybody's defending. Could Quinones, is he going to be that difference maker in a game against England potentially? Dude, with the way he's playing right now? Maybe. And that's going to be one of the top 3 stories at the World Cup. If Julian Quinones gets a goal against England, I mean, how we can talk about Mbappe, we can talk about Holland and Norway living up to the dark horse potential. We can talk about Messi still doing it. But Julian Quinones having 4 goals and 1 assist, scoring in basically every game, getting a goal against England and Ecuador in back-to-back knockout games. No, that's going to be one of the top 3 stories of the World Cup. Jose Hernandez sends a $2 super chat. I appreciate that, my man. Shout out to Scheinbaum. Oh, my God. Ramiro Felix says, semis run, saludos desde Loma Maria Rico. Am I watching the same Mexico? Ramiro, no, you're watching... I don't know what we're watching. We're watching Brilliance. Like, that's honestly what it is. We're watching we're watching Russia in 2018, where we are on the Mexican super serum, and Ecuador's really struggling. But the worst thing we could do is concede early. Okay, it looked like they were going to call a foul. By the way, the second half is resumed, so let me go back. Hold on. Hold on. That should be back. Woo! My gosh. Piojo with an early shot. Damn, I missed it because I was trying to like change tabs. Wait, you're Mexican? I'm part Mexican, yes. I don't have Mexican citizenship. I have Mexican ancestry. But yes, I've explained this so many times. I think the channel's grown so much that nobody knows who I am. You know what I mean? Like to me, I'm just still making videos, doing streams like I used to, but like the channel's grown like 35% in the last 60 days. And so, everybody who saw the old school Q&As, the 1,000 sub Q&A, 2,000 sub Q&A, they have no idea who I am. And I forget that at times. Because I always get the same questions. Are you Mexican? Why are you in Argentina? Who's your favorite team? What club do you support? And to me, they're like surprising questions because I feel like I've answered them so many times, but it's because there's so many new people now. Diego sends a $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Jose says, Jack, aren't you Mexican? You support no matter what. I don't know if this is a question. I think this is a question. The answer is yes. And of course, yeah. Dude, I mean, I was still going live in the fucking Diego Coca era, bro. Like I still had faith when the US was completely pulling our pants down and smacking our bums. We were getting grouped at the Copa America when we were just an absolute embarrassment in 2022 qualifying. I held it down, dude. And I feel like the whole fan base, not just me, we deserve a little bit of success again. We're talking about like a whole cycle was completely awful. We deserve a little bit of success. Mora wins a foul. Excellent work. Do you think the Ecuadorian players slept? I don't think it has anything to do with sleep. I just think their coach is trash. Don't be shocked if Jack picks his nose on stream. I'm really trying to not do that. Deadball TV ethnicity reveal at 100K. I'll publish the ancestry at 100K. Wait, you're not half Japanese? I might be half Japanese. All I said was I'm half Mexican. But my other half could be Japanese. I didn't talk about the other half. 100K, I'll do a ancestry.com reveal. I'll take a screenshot. I'll publish it. Football Asado will still hate on Piojo and Romo after this game. They really don't like those guys. I think the Mexican player I dislike and have the most beef with is Jorge Sanchez. And he's been solid today. And probably Antuna, man. I could not stand Antuna. My God, those were dark days. And Funes Mori. Like, he genuinely pissed me off. Every time he stepped on the field, I got pissed. I could not stand that guy. And Chaka Rodriguez. Basically, like, a lot of the people who were unfortunately important from, 2019 to 2022, like, every Mexican player that I dislike is basically from that era. Like, there's nobody that I hate from, like, the 2014 team. Or, like, the, Centenario Copa squad. I don't hate any of those players. But that 2019 to 2000, the Tata era, man, oh, God, dude. I've never hated Mexico more, dude. I've never hated Mexico more. Gilberto Mora, what a player at 17 years old from Joel Hernandez. Yeah. He is so good. I think him and Gutierrez. Oh my God. Vite with a shot. Thankfully it's trash. Do you not believe in utopias? I don't know. Do I not believe in utopias? Like, could we build a utopian society? I think so, but it's got to be small, man. It's got to be small. You can't have a busy utopia. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like a tiny island, a tiny pueblo, something like that. Because when you start expanding, that's when the culture decays and everything goes to hell. You know. Good ball here. Excellent, excellent. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy hell. Oh. Well, Piojo and Mora connected very, very well there. Jorge Sanchez, I don't know if that was really his fault. I mean, he was trying. He literally slid twice in a row. I'm not going to drag him for that. Mexico wins the Asian Cup any day. Christina, I'm not falling for that bait right now. I'm not falling for that. Why are you trying to do this to me? Mexico's winning 2-0. Why are we talking about the Asian Cup? Why are we talking about the Asian Cup right now? I'm in a good mood. Oh my gosh, Mora with a shot is blocked. That's like the one good intervention. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Pacho actually who blocked that. What are your thoughts on Mora to United? Is that a rumor? Please stay far away. Don't go to Manchester United. Don't go to Manchester United. Please, yeah, don't. Go to. Oh my gosh, almost another mistake. Is this Ordonez again? Dude, he's having a disaster class. He's having an absolute disaster. Oh, Gallardo. Dude, Ecuador have barely attacked down the right, and every time they have it, Valencia, you've got to be kidding me. He was offsides anyways. Every time Ecuador's attacked down the right, it's looked dangerous, and they've done it twice all game. And now that they put Preciado in the game, it should be, yeah, I think he was off. But I mean, this finish from Ballet, oh, I guess it gets blocked, but like the touch is terrible. Everything about that was bad. Need USA versus Mexico with current form ASAP. Yes. Yes. Like the Nations League final could not happen sooner right now. Also, not even related to the sport we're watching, but look up Nikola Solov. You're identical. Jesus Christ. Are y'all serious right now? Y'all think this is me? Holy hell. I mean, the eyes are a little similar. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of seeing it a little bit. Huh, okay, that's a little creepy. Hold on, what else we got here? Okay, here we go. Huh. Okay, I mean, I see it. I see it. Damn, he's even got the same kind of stash going on. Holy hell. This is a little unsettling. Damn, like I thought this was a photo I uploaded for a second. This looks like it's straight from my Instagram. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Did he go blonde? Why is he mogging so hard in this photo? This is so unnecessary. There's no way this is the same person. Like, how is this guy shape-shifting like this? He's a chameleon. That's insane. Okay. Anyways, that was kind of weird. Long lost twin. Jack with the chin. That's your freshman year? Crazy doppelganger. Jack Premium? That is crazy disrespectful, bro. Jack, if he was attractive. Jack with even a drop of aura, dude. Oh my god. Jack, if he was not a fraud. That is hilarious. He's more Jack than Jack. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Same bad facial hair. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta lock in, y'all. We got Johan Vasquez with clearances up here. We gotta lock in. Jack Cotton 4K, my long lost brother. That's my twin. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that's a compliment for you. I think Fizads is calling me ugly, but thank you. Asiatic eyes, Chad Jack, twins? Question mark. Oh my god. Oh, that was funny. We needed a good laugh here on this stream. Excellent super chat, whoever submitted that. Asian Cup is a sensitive topic for Jack. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I look like Genghis Khan. Well, I, d- I don't look like Genghis Khan, like at all. Every artistic rendering I've ever seen of Genghis Khan, we do not look anything alike. Oh, I mean, I take it as a compliment, dude. I mean, one of the best conquerors ever. You know, he did some bad stuff every once in a while, but you got to respect the grind, you know? Y'all ever feel like that? You know, like Mao Zedong, like just so bad, so incompetent in government. You're like, I almost respect it. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, this guy was world class at like starving his own citizens, you know? I don't know. Anyways, ball in from Ecuador. Nothing happens at all. Back to Angulo. In Campier, who's, I think he's like joined the attack once. Oh my gosh, Mora rips it from Angulo. Dude, this is insane. Someone help him out for the love of God. Skips around in Campier, draws a foul. Wow. Are there more subs coming for Ecuador? That's beautiful. That is a thing of beauty from Mora there. Mexico versus USA, two-legged game would go hard. Oh my god, that would be insane. Are you Bulgarian? I am not. Mogball TV. Jack, if he apologized. That was a good one, dude. Well played. Well played. Do we get to host in the round of 16? Yes, we do host in the round of 16. Isn't that the host of Chadball TV? Your coworker looks like McAllister. He's talking about Connor. Dude, Kevin Rodriguez, that is shambolic. It is poor, dude. It is so poor. You know what I need, Chad? I need a standing desk. I need a standing desk. That would be really helpful to me. Brian Gutierrez just fouls in Campier. I mean, it's an easy call. Whatever. If Jack is a salmon, that guy's a tuna. Jack kind of looks like Cucurella from Spain. Jack, if Japan won the Asian Cup. Oh, that's a banger, dude. That is a banger. I look like Cavani. Dude, Cavani's a good looking guy. That's a compliment. I appreciate that, Ballonpedia. You look like Shaq. Y'all look crazy, bro. Oh my god. There's 30 minutes left in Ecuador. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this second half. I mean, we're literally doing a doppelganger assessment because Ecuador just aren't attacking. Yeah, Mora subbed off for Brian Gutierrez. Okay, Mexico's just sitting in a 4-4-2 out of possession. Gutierrez and Jimenez up top. Bro, Ecuador got nothing here. Nothing here, man. Oh God. Hell of a slide by Jorge Sanchez. Put respect on his name for that. Oh my gosh, Angulo drops somebody. Ball across. It is excellent from Angulo. And I'm pretty sure it's Johan with a deflection, or excuse me, with a clearance. Damn, Piojo got dropped. Absolutely dropped there. And Johan, right place, right time, as usual with the clearance. Okay, I mean, Ecuador, they're playing for their lives here, so, like, they got to go. Ball down. It is terrible from Yeboah. Like, it's just, it is terrible from Yeboah. Gallardo getting in Preciado's head here. He's saying don't push. I don't know how much English Gallardo speaks, but I'm sure he can understand the hand motion. I'm sure he speaks a little English. I mean, he couldn't be worse than Rodrigo de Paul. Okay. Okay, ball in. Okay, it's going to go out for a corner kick, Ecuadorian corner kick. I mean, they're pushing, they're attacking. There are Ecuadorian fans in the stadium. They don't look like they're having a good time at all. I'm having a good time. I'm having a real good time. I don't think I've had this good of a time watching Mexico. Well, maybe I would have felt this way during the Czech Republic game, but I wasn't live for that one. It was a pretty good performance though. Czech Republic suck for what it's worth. But yeah, I mean it's just do you guys remember when we like played Honduras in the Gold Cup final not that long ago and we beat them 1-0 in like a pretty hard fought game? Like, if you think about that and then like what is actually happening right now, the glow up, that wasn't that long ago. That was the 2025 Gold Cup. That was a year ago. 1 year ago, we were battling it out with Honduras 1-0 in a Gold Cup semifinal. It's insane. Oh my God, Gutierrez away. Gutierrez away. Play. I mean, Quinones was top of box. Ecuador had 5 men back. It was a tough ball, but Gutierrez should do better there. Here's for my standing desk. I appreciate that, Jesus. Thank you. Y'all think Cavani's ugly? I don't think Cavani's ugly. I think he's a good looking dude. I respect Ecuador, but how bad do Germany look? I mean, they already lost to Paraguay. So I think the fear factor for them was already gone because you got grouped at 2 straight World Cups. You know, it's not like this is like it's not like Paraguay beating Germany is a massive shock. It's not a massive shock. Paraguay are good. Germany are incredibly mid by their standard. They were like okay in the group stage. It wasn't awesome. I mean, honestly, with a harder group, we're probably looking at like a Belgium situation where they have 5 points and are going into match day 3 on a must win. But they had Curacao, so they got that 3 points in the bag early. They're very, very lucky. Oh, send the ball. Yes. Yes. Quinones. I mean, he might have been off, but I think he's on. Quinones is going to be okay. It's going to be out for a corner kick. I think Luis Romo had that pass down, chat. For sure Luis Romo had that pass down. I'm going to blow my nose before this corner happens. Okay, Piojo's going to take it. Piojo ball in. Montes with a header. Is that Galindez's first save? That's a good save. That's a really good save. Over Preciado. Montes on set pieces, man. We don't even have Edson in the freaking game, and we're still winning these things, dude. It's crazy. Another one? Oh my god, I thought that was in. Montes just wins back-to-back ones. Damn, from the angle that I was watching. Oh, I thought that was top corner. I mean, Galindez, there's no chance. There's no chance. Like that's oh my god. I need to say what time I'm on for the match. Okay, I'm on 67, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and it's a hydration break, I guess. Yeah, it's a hydration break. Is Ecuador on fraud watch? Man, I mean, this is like a roller coaster for Ecuadorians because I put them on fraud watch, and then I took them off fraud watch for a clutch win against Germany. Am I putting them back on fraud watch again? I think their manager sucks. I think their manager is so bad. And I think he will be sacked, God willing, when this tournament is over. Hopefully they appoint somebody logical who's actually up for the task. And then I think we will see Ecuador improve. But if they don't have a slam dunk managerial hire, I think until further notice, they must be on fraud watch. Because, look, I thought that Mexico would win the game, but I didn't expect Mexico to dominate. I don't know how many people thought it was going to be a domination. And truth be told, Ecuador shouldn't be getting dominated by anybody. They're too good to be dominated. And this is the second time this World Cup that it's happened. It happened against Ivory Coast as well in the second half. It's simply inexcusable. So, yeah, maybe they are frauds. I don't know. I seriously think it's Becasese. I don't think the players like him. There's no tactics. The formation isn't good. They need somebody to permanently replace Ener Valencia in the starting 11. I mean, their fans must be losing their minds right now at how bad Mexico has made them look. This is smelling like a 3-0. If it does get to that 3-0, which is totally possible, because Ecuador are going to have to sell everything, minute 85 if they want to score 2 late goals. A 3-0 defeat? When was the last time Ecuador lost 3-0? It probably was when Argentina beat them 3-0 in the 2021 Copa America. Someone fact check me, but I'm willing to bet that was the last time they lost by 3 goals. Was 5 years ago when all of these guys were babies. The whole team was teenagers. That would be such a statement for Mexico. Some people will be like, oh, it's Ecuador. It's not a big deal. No, Ecuador are a good team. They are a good team. This is a 3-0 is a big win. If we would have fluked it and, we win this game exactly how we won the South Korea match in match day 2, it wouldn't. I don't know if you would say that's a statement, but we're talking about domination on the pitch. We're talking about a 3-0. Yeah, that's a statement result for Javier Aguirre. For a team that we haven't beaten in the last 3 tries, yeah. How you feeling about that round of 16 matchup? I'm feeling better with every passing second. Who's a better coach, Bielsa or Becasese? Bielsa. Bielsa is a much better coach. I mean, I'll say it again. There's a lot of talent in this Ecuadorian team. It's just Becasese doesn't know how to get these guys together. And instead of like experimenting and finding out a way to play, he was like, you know what? I'm going to chase a defensive record. I'm going to chase the goals conceded record. And I'm just going to rely on the individual brilliance of my players to draw every single game. I mean, they hadn't lost in 18 games, I think, going into the World Cup, and now they're going to lose 2 of 4. Not good. Not good. Pochettino's English is so bad. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Jonathan Limon says, oh, wait, this is from a very long time ago. Hold on. Some of these I haven't seen yet. Hold on. Nicholas says, hi, Jack. You look beautiful today, and send me a $2 super chat. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. Coke says, Ecuador has no idea how to attack. LOL. Nope. And part of that's coming down to the coach. Moya says England has no right back. Quinones and Mateo Chavez will cause England trouble. Tuchel didn't envision to play against multiple low blocks. I don't think Mateo Chavez will start. I think it would be Gallardo again. But Quinones could prove problematic for England. I mean, nobody's been able to stop him so far. England will be the most complete team that we've gone up against with an actual competent manager. I mean, I think Tuchel's a world-class manager, not at the international level, though. Obed Vargas coming in for Romo. Santis coming in for Raul Jimenez. Okay, I'm curious to see. I mean, we're giving these guys a solid, 20 minutes here with extra time. Kind of curious what they do here. Argentine Swiss says, as an Argentine, I started hate watching Mexico, and now they've won me over. Would love to put you in your place like usual, but in the semifinals. Love the videos, man. I appreciate that. What is CHF? What currency is that? Oh my God. Vincent says something is terribly wrong with Ecuador today. This can't be the same defense that conceded 5 goals in 18 games of qualifiers. Maybe they underestimated Mexico. How do you get beaten by them like this right after beating Germany? It's such a bad performance from them. I think there's a lot of explanations. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Kevin Rodriguez almost pulled one back, dude. Hold on. And it's just a long ball from Moises Caicedo that's taken brilliantly. And I mean, Tala does really well. I don't even think there's anything what is Montes supposed to do? That's just a perfect ball. Perfect ball, perfect touch. You can't touch Rodriguez or it's going to be a pen. He just misses and Mexico get let off there. I don't think Ecuador expected Mexico to be this aggressive. If you want an opinion from me, I think they were expecting more of a chess match, and instead they got bull rushed. And I don't think they were ready for that. And I think that's why Mexico got the first goal. And then we saw the second goal. It's mainly an Ordóñez mistake. And with Ecuador, I mean, with the lack of firepower you have, you can't be making mistakes like that when you're already down a goal as the away team. So I don't think Becasese was expecting a game of this tempo. I don't think he was. I don't know if the players were either. And conceding early was really, really bad for them. And they don't I mean, they were able to keep so many games 0-0 that now they're in unfamiliar territory. They don't know what to do. They're not a team that's like chasing leads that often. I mean, the last time they had a comeback win, was it actually Uruguay in like match day 2 of CONMEBOL qualifying? Uruguay scored first, and then Ecuador scored the next 2, and they ended up winning 2-1. Santi in the box, and he gets tackled. It's a really good flick on from Quinones. Preciado's going to send it up. Quinones gets a touch on it. Santi, he's running, and Vite clears it. Montes clears it again. Caicedo clears it again. Johan wants a foul, but the ref's not going to give it. Oh, no, he does give it. Oh, Becasese is furious. To be honest, that's not a foul. That's a really bad call from the ref. I would be furious if I was Ecuadorian. That's a terrible call. Moise Caicedo's kind of underwhelming, man. Dude, I've been so complimentary of Pedro Vite as well in the midfield, and I'm just not seeing it from him. Lira back to who the hell? Back to Jorge Sanchez, I think. I got a big TV, and even me, sometimes I'm like, who is on the ball? And my volume is so low, I can't hear it while I'm talking. I think Ecuador is tanking for cash. Well, that will be one conspiracy. Why are we throwing this loser Santi into the game? Hey, man, don't be mean to Santi. Give him a chance, man. Let's see what he can do. I haven't been pleased with his performances, but I mean, I understand it. God, can you imagine a goal for Santi Jimenez? I can't think of many players who need one more. Oh, the Ecuadorian players are losing their heads. They're really losing their heads here. Renard to Ecuador. Now, that's an interesting appointment. Ecuador lacked the intensity to make a comeback. I don't see anything here. You're taking off Yeboah and Angulo for Kendry Pies and Jordi Caicedo? Okay. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. God, I need some back support so bad. This is like the worst couch I've ever had in my life. And I just happened to rent this apartment for the entire World Cup. So it's a lot of sitting here. Christensen to Ecuador. He deserves a job of that caliber. LOL, all the England doubters in the chat. I mean, George, to be fair, you are in a Mexican watch along. You're going to get a lot of Mexico fans who are bullish. And I can't really blame anybody for being really, really encouraged. I mean, seriously, this is one of the better performances I've seen in the last cycle. Genuinely. In the biggest game of the cycle, the first knockout game. Quinones, another excellent performance. Piojo's off as well. I saw Pineda go in, and who's the other one? Israel Reyes is checked into the game. Underrated beast. Swiss franc. Okay, what's that currency? Oh my God, I'm like really, really behind. Oh, literally Germany a week ago. That's hilarious. I was talking about like comeback wins for Ecuador. So I guess Germany had been their first comeback win in a really, really long time. Do we even give credit for that, bro? I don't know. I don't know. I guess Germany, they were trying technically. Obed Vargas. Jorge Sanchez loses the ball. He tries to bring down Plata. Piojo's like grabbing his hamstring. How old is Piojo? He's got to be like 28, 29 now. He can't be in his mid-20s. Maybe he is in his mid-20s. I thought he was like 28. He looks the same. Like he hasn't aged a day, but... Oh! Dude, Jorge Sanchez is playing very well. Like, let's call it what it is. He's playing very well. Mexicans are absolutely cooking. Yeah. And here we see the Becasese special, which is like get it to one of my players and hope that he beats his defender one-on-one. I mean, Petrovite with an uncontested yeah, like we can't be doing that. Like Jorge Sanchez, I just complimented you, but you got to make sure you're still doing your defensive duties. We can't be allowing uncontested crosses into the box. He's 27. Okay. Jack, has Mexico earned the right to play qualifiers in CONMEBOL? Dude, if we ever actually get to that point, it'll be one of the best things that could happen to Mexico. For us to be constantly exposed to World Cup qualifiers away from home, because we will be humbled. We will be humiliated in certain games, and it will make us better. I think it would truly increase the level of the national team. It will never happen, I don't think, but Kendry Pies with the short shorts, man, you can't be like this irrelevant and be running around with shorts like that, dude. That's insane. That's disrespecting the game right here. Predictable long pass up from Ecuador. I mean, Jorge Sanchez is reading it a mile away. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. Is that a foul, chat? I mean, Jordi Caicedo jumped up. I mean, no, okay. The second angle looks quite bad. This dude said Mexico isn't Latin America. Did I say Latin America instead of South America? Did I say Mexico will play away games in Latin America? Is that what I said? I don't remember. Guys, I'm trying to watch, read, and talk at the same time. Sometimes I might say Latin America when I meant to say South America, but we're talking about CONMEBOL qualifiers. I think you guys can understand what I was trying to say. You know, a little bit of grace. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a work day. I'm doing my best here. I don't drink alcohol. Okay, you know, I'm doing my best. I do know. I'm well aware that Latin America includes countries outside of South America. Oh, it wasn't me. Okay. Well, I'm just beefing with the chat for absolutely no reason. Well, so I apologize. There we go. There's the apology you guys have been waiting a month for. I apologize to the chat. I thought you guys were calling me out because my brain's turned to mush. Does this mean Paraguay is the biggest tournament upset? Yes. Yes, of what's happened so far. Johan with another here headed clearance there. And then Caicedo just tries to force a shot from very far away. For those of you who want to sync up with me, I'm on 85, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Who just dribbled through multiple players like that? Was that Pineda? That might have been Vargas. It was Vargas. Excellent tackle from Gallardo. Oh. Oh. Excellent release there to Santi. He's getting Campier on him. Somebody help him. And he just loses the ball. Dude, Santi's ball control is very bad. Like, really, really bad. I don't know who released him. I don't know if it was Gutierrez or Vargas, but it was a great ball up. And, like, Santi just... Oh, my God. Santi just needs to hold onto the ball better. Like, he's very easy to tackle. Like, I don't know if you guys play footy, but, like, you know, you ever marking the guy who, like, thinks he can dribble, but he, like, shows you the ball constantly and you just, like, toe poke it away? I feel like that is Santi Jimenez. He's very confident that he can dribble, but he can't, and he gets tackled all the time. He must have, like, a 10% dribble success rate. Like, I'm not kidding. He is that player when I'm in a game and I can tell him, like, this guy thinks he's really good at take-ons, and I'm just going to steal it from him every single time. That's kind of Santi Jimenez. He has not improved since going to Europe in that regard, which is weird. I feel like he should be better at that now. Jorge Sanchez must not start next game. I don't think he's been that bad. I don't think this is a performance deserving to be dropped. I don't think he deserves to be dropped from this performance. Gang, I'm 30 seconds ahead of you. I know. A lot of you will be ahead of me, but okay. Damn. Jorge Sanchez won the ball back and then lost it again before he could play it up to Santi. Oh, God. Montes with a great step out, dude. Ball in. Goal kick from Mexico. Should CONCACAF replace the Gold Cup with more Copa America qualifiers? No, I don't think so. I just think we should participate at the Copa. Ball across. Oh, my gosh. I actually think Johan's beat there. Preciado back in. Lot of pressure. Pressure's growing, but you know what? Mexico have 2 goals. You know, it's the difference between this and... Dude, Sanchez defending brilliantly against Campier. You know what's the difference between this and some of the other teams we've seen go purely defensive is that Mexico have a 2-goal lead. So I think the Netherlands and Japan should maybe take notes here. What is happening? The ball is just pinging around. Oh, my God. Gutierrez sets Santi free. We got somebody running. I think it's Pineda. He plays it to him. Oh, my God. It's actually an amazing tackle from Caicedo. That's not a great run from Pineda. If it was, in fact, Pineda, I couldn't tell. Again, the camera's very, very far away. Could have been Vargas, but I'm pretty sure... No, it was Pineda. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's check this out. So Santi actually skips away from a defender. He's all alone. Oh, it's a terrible ball. That's a terrible ball from Santi. It's weak. It allows Moises to recover and just get a toe poke on it. That's terrible. That's terrible from Santi. Aguirre deciding to bunker upset me. Golden Griffin, I hear you, but we're winning by 2 goals. I hear you. We're winning by 2 goals and we're playing a team that is offensively dead. You know, if we had a 1-0 lead and we're like bunkering down against England in like the 70th minute, I'll be a little pissed because England have legitimate talent to punish us. Against Ecuador, you just have to trust Mexico, top 5 defense in the world, can hold on against a really, really wasteful offense. Gallardo, well done there. It's a little lucky, I think, but okay. We are in 90, 30, 90, 90, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. What time is it? Good Lord, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, I mean, at least this doesn't go to extra time and pens like Morocco did yesterday. That destroyed my sleep schedule. Absolutely ruined it. 6 minutes left. Eric Lira, this is about to be. You knew a flop was coming. You knew that Eric Lira. Oh my gosh, who just won? Vargas wins the ball back. Santi, just play the ball, Santi. Don't get stripped. Thank you. Thank you. Lira to Pineda. Oh my God. That was it. So who was in the chat saying 3-0 earlier? Man, that was not very far away. That was not very far away from 3-0 Mexico. Well done by Vargas there. Santi with a good pass. Lira did well as well. Excellent defending from Montes one-on-one. It's so good. It's so good. Brescia blocked by Gallardo, I believe. Yep. Pineda, he's spinning. Poor from Pies. Poor from Pies. That's probably a yellow card challenge. That's pretty. There's a little extra on this. I mean, he knows he's not getting that ball. He knows he's not getting that ball. That's a yellow card for sure. Yep, he got one. For sure, yellow card. Ecuador's offense is football terrorism. Correct. I like this comment from Abel. He says, Jorge Sanchez is doing great compared to the past games before the World Cup. He's really showing up this tournament. Yeah, I think he should start the next game. I don't think he's necessarily a better player than Israel Reyes, but I'm kind of a believer in, ride the hot hand type thing. Oh my God, my stream just crashed. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me right now. You're going to crash in extra time? What is... Okay, we're back. I'm like, Argentina, like, what is this? And Encampié covered his mouth. Oh my God. Encampié is going to get a red card here. Wow. He's going to get a straight red, just like Almiron did. So this is going to be the second violation of this rule at this World Cup, and it's going to be 2 South Americans who are sent off for this. Look, I can understand Almiron doing it because no one had done it before. Encampié should know better. You've already seen a sacrificial lamb this tournament, and you didn't learn from it. Moronic from Encampié. And you know what? That's a pretty fitting end to an otherwise trash World Cup for Encampié. Becasese is asking for the double high five, and Encampié is just not interested. I mean, these players don't respect this guy, and this is just poor. This is just poor. I think we got about 90 seconds here. I'm at 50, 37, 38, 39, 40. I mean, just see out the clean sheet. I mean, if we concede, I'll be pissed, honestly. Because if we concede, it's going to look like this was a close game. If we concede, it's going to look like, oh, Ecuador put up a huge fight today and Mexico won purely because of Azteca. No, and like that's not. Santis trying to draw another red card, I guess, from Pedro Vite. I think if there was more time in this game, that might even be looked at. But at this point in time, the refs like, look, man, we just gotta get through this game, dude. 20 seconds left. Don't concede. Oh no. Montes draws another foul. How freaking good have Montes and Vasquez been? I mean, we knew this even in the dark days, right, of the Tata era, or even maybe that's too far away because Johan was not a starter actually for most of the time under Tata Martino, if I'm recalling correctly, because we were starting Nestor Araujo. Hector Moreno was getting minutes too, but during the Lozano, Coca, even back then, these guys were still good. And now that we actually have a competent coach with a competent system and better players, they look even better. These guys are freaks, man. These guys are absolute freaks. I mean, it's Ecuador, so it's not like a huge offensive challenge. My concern in this game was always going to be penalties or set pieces. And Ecuador didn't threaten. There was one set piece, like it was a free kick that looked a little scary. Everything else, Montes and Vasquez cleaned up. Ortala himself, was punching crosses outside of the box. So really, oh my God, my stream died again. Are you kidding me? There's like 5 seconds left. You guys are not going to let me see the end of the game with the celebration? God, what is this Argentine Wi-Fi trying to sabotage me, man? This is insane. Oh my God. Oh my God, the stream actually crashed. That is wild, man. Oh, I'm so mad right now. Just let me finish the game. Wow, I've been cursed. Okay. No way, man. Come on. Let me watch the end of the game. Okay, I think I'm back in, and now I'm at 88 minutes 47 seconds, and it's still not over. I don't know. My stream literally died. This. Yo, woo! Thank you to the Wi-Fi for not letting me see the final whistle. Trying to rob me of a once in a lifetime experience here, man. Wow, this is okay. We're gonna get to the chat. We're gonna get back to the chat now. We're gonna get back to the chat. Okay, I see a couple of haters on Mexico's defense in the chat. I don't know what to say. You don't know ball. If you don't think Mexico's good at defense, you don't know ball. If you think Mexico's not an elite defensive team, you don't know ball. If you don't think Johan Vasquez and Cesar Montes are one of the best center back duos in international football, you also do not know ball. This is crazy, man. This is the first. Hold on, I'm like digging through the memory banks here. Copa Americas. I remember. Copa Americas. I remember. I'm thinking back to knockout games, man. This is the first time that I've seen Mexico win a knockout game, not at the goddamn Gold Cup or the Nations League. This is insane. 2-0, complete demolition and destruction of Ecuador, a game that I thought was 50-50 in the sense that Ecuador is stubborn as hell. In the sense that defensively, they used to be the best team in the world. I don't know what has happened to them. Ecuador has fallen. The country and the national team have collapsed into chaos. This did not look like an elite defense at all. That first 45 minutes, Mexico completely ran over them. The offense is still dead for Ecuador. Nothing ever really materialized. They clearly have no attack. They don't have any plan B. They don't know how to chance create. And once the game was 2-0, it was done. It was over. That's that. So huge moment for Mexico, man. Like it's not just like this wasn't squeaking into the next round, you know what I mean? This was a pretty powerful statement and performance. Some people before were like clowning Ecuador and saying that this team is trash. Dude, maybe you were right. Maybe the haters were right. Maybe Ecuador is trash. I wasn't ready to say that. They had just beat Germany. They played a decent game against Ivory Coast. I wasn't ready to say that because of who they had been. This performance, oof. It is really bad. Really bad from them. Really damning from them. Vega Sese must be sacked immediately. And for Mexico, if we can have a performance like this against England, if England beat DR Congo in the next round, that's a total 50-50 game. That is a total 50-50 game. I'm definitely stock up on Mexico's upset odds after what I've seen here today, especially not, England. I think England's tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or maybe it's Thursday? I can't remember. If England don't play well, because Panama were frustrating England. You guys know I love Panama, but Panama have been put to the sword every single time we have played them. So if England don't put in a good show against DR Congo, Chad, I think I'm back in Mexico. I think I'm back in Mexico quarterfinal. Which is crazy. And that was always my ceiling for the team of what we could achieve. Depending on who it is in the quarterfinal, I mean, my God. No, hold on. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm already my mic is broke. My mic is dead. Oh, it fixed? Damn, it fixed. Whoa, I'm glad. Okay, I wasn't even reading the chat, so I did not know that my mic had died. That's annoying. It might be because I'm sharing my screen. So let me just go ahead and stop that, for simplicity's sake. Let's just close these tabs out so we don't have to deal with any of that extra bandwidth. Okay, shouldn't be doing this anymore. You said they would beat us in penalties. Do you guys actually watch my videos, man? Like, no, I said either Mexico would win 1-0, or if it goes to pens, I think Ecuador would win because I don't trust Talarangel. That was my prediction. Like, y'all don't watch my videos. You don't watch my videos and you try to slander my name online, dude. It's so boring. It's so played out. No, I did not say that. Ecuador looked like trash. Yes, looked like absolute trash. We need to start appreciating this team and give them credit. I agree 100%. And I've been floating this narrative for a while. What happens if what happens if the least talented Mexico makes history? What do we say? Do we need to start apologizing to these players? Maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is no. At the very least, I don't know what is happening next in the round of 16, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this World Cup so far. I hope you've enjoyed this third tenure of Javier Aguirre, and I hope that we enjoy, should we succeed in the next round, because this is very successful. Today was fun and successful, which it's not often that it's been fun and successful with Mexico lately, but that's what it was today. So I completely agree. I think we need to start appreciating this team. And I think if you're still doubting Javier Aguirre, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what performances you need to see. I like what stat could I pull up? What could you want me to do? Our first knockout win at the World Cup since 1986. What do you want me to say right now? And this was a dominant win. This was not a penalty shootout win. We didn't progress off an own goal. We didn't get outplayed, and then we smash and grabbed a victory late. We completely dominated. Truth be told, it should have been more than 2. Truth be told, it should have been more than 2. What else do you guys want me to say about Javier Aguirre? I think the job is, I think I gave him an A grade, A+. A+ grade. And the only way I could even come off of that mountain is if England like thrashed us 5-0 or something. If England beat Mexico 5-0 in the round of 16, I will give Javier Aguirre an A. I will give him an A, but not an A+. Other than that, this dude's done everything. Ecuador have no offense. Yeah, it's horrific. Yeah, it's terrible. Sugar says that he was calling Ecuador trash. See, Sugar and some others, you guys knew. You guys knew. We need to end this whole dark horse gimmick? Like for Ecuador or in general? Are you saying like we should retire the term? Mexico's Colombian buff made the difference. Stop calling teams dark horses just for being from CONMEBOL. I don't think that's what I'm doing, Wi-Fi. I mean, I didn't say that Uruguay were dark horses. I didn't say that Paraguay were dark horses either. It's not because they're South American. It's because I thought that, okay, this is a team that I could see having a Morocco-style advancement through the knockouts, meaning they're like 1-0 and penning their way to victory. Maybe it's a little bit more of like a Croatia, pathway, more so than Morocco. No, it wasn't because they're South American. I mean, that would be ridiculous. Tomorrow, the England game's tomorrow. Okay. How will England versus DR Congo go? I think it's going to be a 1-0 for England. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. If they score early, then Congo's going to have to attack. They don't know how to attack. DR Congo is the African Ecuador. They don't know how to attack. So if England have a first 45 like Mexico do here today, it'll probably be a 2 or 3-0. If Congo can hold on and not concede early like Ecuador did and then not have a terrible giveaway in the back, it'll probably be a 1-0 is what I think. Will we get reactions for all the games today? Oh, man, I'm not going to react to France-Sweden because I didn't watch the whole thing because truth be told, I cared the least about that knockout game. So no, I'm not going to. I'll talk about it. I'll try to do like a coffee chat episode tomorrow and talk about what this means for France or like French talent or maybe some UEFA play-in team talk. I do want to talk about Ivory Coast because I think they're a really fascinating side. But yeah, we'll see. That's what I'm saying, bro. Vamos Mexico. Santi Jimenez is trash. It was not good. It was not good. My mic was having issues. It's still having issues too. Delusion Ball TV. Hey, man, can I be Leo? Can I ask you permission, my man? Can I be delusional again? Can I be delusional again, Leo? It's been a long time since I was delusional for Mexico, man. It's been a long time. It's probably been 5 years since I was delusional. Is it all right if can I be delusional for one more week? Look, if England beat the crap out of us, I'll take the delusion cap off. But at this point in time, I kind of want to be delusional. And hopefully everybody can understand that, right? I try to be as objective as I possibly can on the channel. You guys know that. There are some national teams, particular players, maybe even fan bases that annoy the crap out of me. But I still try to be as fair as possible, which I know you guys appreciate that. And I appreciate that you appreciate that because it's hard. It's hard to talk good about a team you don't like, but I try to do that. But I think I'm checking out. I think I'm checking out for the next 7 days, okay? And then we'll go back. We'll go back. It's temporary. Think of it like taking PTO from being logical. Okay? I'm taking my delusion PTO, my DTO. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. Okay? And then allow me to crash land back on Earth after the round of 16. Okay? And then we'll all look back and I'll be like, damn, I needed that, but I feel good again. I got my logic brain. Everything's firing. Neurons are connected. But I kind of want to be a little delusional. Ecuador fans are on silent mode. Dude, I got to text Martin from Ecuador Heroes, bro, because he was posting reels before the game talking about, sorry, Mexico, but it ends here. And I'm like, do you really want to invite this smoke, dude? Like, you haven't played well this World Cup. Are you sure you want to be posting this? But he did. He did. I got a pessimistic vibe from my last video. Zig is probably because I've been scarred, man. That's probably why. And I apologize if it came off as negative or, like I didn't have any belief. I did have belief. You know who I had belief in? Javier Aguirre. That's who I had belief in. I like the players too. It's a good enough group of players to get it done against Ecuador at home. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But what I really believed in was El Vasco, was the strategy, because I can't doubt it anymore. Well, I haven't doubted it actually since when was the last time I doubted it? Maybe the First Nations League. Going into the First Nations League, I doubted it. When we beat Panama in the final, I was a doubter. I was a doubter before and during that tournament. And since then, it's like, okay, well, we won our First Nations League. Maybe this guy knows what he's doing. And since then, it's been extremely good. It's been extremely good. So I apologize if it wasn't, super hyped up. Look, man, if you want more of the, what would I say, positive outlook, Football Asada, man. We're yin and yang. Okay, last footy show. Shout out to those guys. I actually don't know how Elijah feels on Get In Football. I think he's more pessimistic about Mexico, maybe more than me. I don't know, but there's a lot of Mexican creators, and some of us feel better about the team. Others of us are fearful at times. So I apologize if I did not come off bullish enough. Okay, I'm talking about England's a 50-50 game. Okay, I'm talking about I got us. God, I have us winning the game. Okay, hopefully, I'm swinging back, dude. I'm swinging back. That's what I'm saying. Encampié with the Arsenal bottle job curse. Encampié is a fraud that we need to talk about from this World Cup. I mean, literally, World Cup most disappointing 11. Piero Encampié is 100% the starting left back. I mean, it has been shocking. It has been shocking. We actually have a chance against England. Crying emoji. Yeah, man. Do you think the next match has less weight? The next Mexico match? And when you say weight, are you talking about like significance to like the legacy? Mauricio, I need you to elaborate a little bit. I'm not totally sure how to answer that. Besa Cheque? No way y'all call him Besa Cheque. That is hilarious. Is an idiot. Yeah, he because they say, "Oh, dude is effing booty." Yes. I mean, dude, you had Gustavo Alfaro. You had Gustavo Alfaro, and you didn't want to pay the man. You didn't want to pay the man for getting you back to the World Cup. You didn't want to pay the man for having a really good group stage with a young national team. You didn't want to pay him. You didn't want to pay Gareca. I know it didn't go well at Chile. I'm just saying I think Gareca could have done a little bit more because Ecuador have actual tools. I think if you give Gareca good players, he can do good things. Chile have no good players. I'm sorry. It's a fact. And you end up with Becasese after Felix Sanchez boss. It's just like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I actually think Felix Sanchez would have been better than this, truth be told. Felix Sanchez won an Asian Cup with Qatar. Okay, like the guy's not trash. Becasese, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. How would you rate Ecuador's campaign? I'd give it a D. I would give it a D plus. You did beat Germany, so I'll say D plus. Germany aren't that good right now, but I'm gonna give it a D plus. Yeah, D plus. D plus. If they didn't beat Germany, they wouldn't have played us. Right? If they didn't beat Germany, then I guess we were going to play Scotland, maybe. Or no, Scotland ended up getting eliminated very, very soon. Maybe it would have been Iran. I don't know. Ecuador's always been mid. I historically, yes, I do like to think that this team had promise, and I still think they have promise. My new theory is now they will get a new manager, hopefully, and then they will improve. If they don't get a good next manager, I'm not backing this team at the next major tournaments. That could be a Copa. That could be World Cup. I'm just not. Tony, you just read my mind, dude. Respect to Ecuador. I think they will get better. They just need a new coach. That's how I'm feeling, man. 100%. Plot twist, CONCACAF is actually good. Is actually a good place and not the joke South America thinks. Yes, CONCACAF is underrated by most global fans, and CONCACAF is improving a lot. I took heat for this opinion after the Gold Cup. I said after the Gold Cup, I'm like, dude, these teams are getting better. And I heard a lot of negative Nancy's. No, look at Mexico. Here we go. Here's the narrative again. This is the worst Mexico ever, bro. This Mexico is trash. USA, like they're overrated. They're spoiled princesses. Look at Honduras. Honduras used to be better. Like Honduras is the team we need to look at to decide if CONCACAF is strong or not. Ridiculous. Hey, Jamaica made Gold Cup finals before. Yeah, they made it in what, 2019? CONCACAF was ass. Or 2015, I think they made it. 2015 and 2017? Or 2015 and 2019? That was pretty rough. That was like Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, and it wasn't even a very good Jamaica team, truth be told. But yeah, they were doing work in the Gold Cup. Credit to them. But right now, I mean, you got the best ever Canada, best ever USA, best ever Panama. I'm going to say best ever Haiti, best ever Curacao. That's 5 teams right now that this is the best ever version of them. Come on. I mean, if you want to go even further, you could say, is this the best Dominican Republic side or most talented? This is the best Suriname team. I mean, really, the only people who have fallen off is El Salvador. Like, those guys are cooked, man. They have no shot to do anything in this federation because everybody else is passing them up. Everybody. And I don't know. Trinidad's just kind of hanging out. And Cuba, I don't know what those boys are doing, playing baseball. But CONCACAF is getting better, man. CONCACAF is getting better. We just had Mexico and Canada win a knockout game. Mexico and Canada just won a knockout game. USA should make it 3-for-3 tomorrow against Bosnia. I mean, put some respect on CONCACAF. You guys know I battle people who say that, what should I say? That CONCACAF is clear of Asia. I'm very protective of both of these federations, okay? It's like they're my 2 children. Asia, I guess, is my daughter, and CONCACAF is my son, and you guys are calling my daughter ugly. And I'm like, no, she's not. And then I go on the offensive, okay? But really what I want to be doing is talking about how good they are at playing the violin and the good grades they have. And my son happens to be a sports star, but instead you guys are talking about how many pimples he has and whatever. He's gained some weight. You know what I'm saying? So I try to play defense for both of these confederations. Sometimes I have to separate my children. I have to get in between the CONCACAF and Asia fans. And I have to be like, guys, we don't need to have beef. There needs to be no beef whatsoever between Asia and CONCACAF. There's no rivalries here, like at all, okay? We should both be trying to get better so that we can challenge South America, challenge Africa, and challenge Europe. That's like the mantra of this damn channel. I don't know how I got off on this. 29 United, how are you, Jack? Good, my friend. Happy to see you in here. Hope you enjoyed the game. I hope that as a viewing experience, you were impressed with Mexico today because we haven't played better than this in a very long time. Still no goals conceded, man. I didn't even mention that yet. Lil Waffles with a banger. Still no goals conceded. It is Ecuador. If we can keep a clean sheet against England, even if they beat us in pens, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I swear Aguirre subs on Santi to waste time. I think he's just trying to spread the love in the squad. I think that's what he's doing. Bring on England. Bring on Argentina. Viva Mexico. Dude, a live ball is completely spinning right now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we make it to the Argentines? Oh, my God. I wish I said, did the Argentines make it to us? Can you imagine the Argentines make it far enough to face us? That might be the most violent game at this World Cup. That might be they got to beat Cabo Verde first. What if Mexico gets Congo? Then I think we see a disgusting match, Tony. I think we see a horrific game if it's Mexico-Congo, and Mexico will win 1-0. That's what I think will happen. So would I be upset if Congo beat England? No. The pressure would be all on us now to win the round of 16 game, but I think we would. And now we're in the quarterfinals. So, you know, I guess for the sake of progression, you probably want the Congo more. For the sake of the story, maybe you want England more. Buy yourself a new dude, Jay. That's crazy, bro. $100 super chat. Ah, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And I do need one of Mexico's new kits. As you can see, I'm wearing our 2024 Copa America, one of the darkest tournaments in national team history. Shout out to Jimmy Lozano. And it's the only jersey I have in Argentina. And I really want to get our black one. So, man, I appreciate that. That's huge. You are an absolute stud. Nobody else needs to send me $100 super chats. That is a very humbling experience. Jonathan Limon says, we can be delusional. It's been a while, Jack, but we can take this far. Thanks for covering Mexico. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Deluxe wants me to buy him a jersey too. I think so, man. I can buy you a jersey. I can buy you a jersey. As soon as the channel gets acquired by the Qatari government, I can buy everybody a jersey. And that's fully the plan. I'm telling y'all that right now. Second half was buns. It wasn't buns. It was defensive. It was seeing out the results. We were up 2-0. Come on, Wormy. I know you want to see us attack, but yeah. I don't agree with that. I mean, we can't just be like throwing caution to the wind. Not a hot take. Oh, about the 50-50. Well, some people said I was delusional, so you honestly, I can't win. Jack got one of the greatest Mexico jerseys on. I got it on right now. Oh, Tony's a fan of the Copa jersey. This one was really nice. I just wish it wasn't associated with failure. You know what I mean? Oh, CONMEBOL World Cup 11 bums. This is a great shout. Valverde and Campier. Ooh. Who else would I throw on there? Who's been bumming it out right now? I mean, Ener Valencia has to be on there. I mean, Muslera, 100%. He's the starting goalkeeper on the South America fraud thing. There's got to be a Colombian on there, right? Maybe a Colombian. Bro, put Luis Suarez. Also, we're going 2-man up top on the fraud combined 11. Becacheque. That's hilarious, dude. Would you consider Mexico defense top 5? Yes. Yes, I would. I said in my latest preview that I would consider Mexico, Ecuador, and DR Congo all top 5. And we're in the same quadrant. And I mean, Ecuador defensive power rankings, stock down. Huge stock down after today. CONCACAF making us proud. Also, Aguirre renewal, ? It's at the point. It's at the point where if he renews, obviously that would mean Rafa's not taking over. I'm not going to complain, though. I mean, I love Rafa. I think truly he will get his time. Rafa might even say, like, dude, I don't want to follow this up. I don't want to be the coach to take over after we make the quarters. Yeah, why don't you take it, until the 2028 Copa America? I'll take over after that. Or hell, maybe you even do one more cycle. If it's one more full cycle, does Rafa stick around? I feel like he could get a job. I feel like he will get poached for a job in the next 4 years. But, a man can dream. I wouldn't be upset if Javier Aguirre stayed. Who's more caked up, Campier or Vega? I've never been asked that before. Who's more caked up? To me, caked up means like who's got the biggest butt. Probably Alexis Vega. Osama says, I don't think you're being delusional. Mexico can give England a lot of trouble. In my opinion, they haven't been convincing, and the Azteca buff. That's what I'm saying, man. Bald Jack. Hold on, man. Y'all not taking my hair from me, bro. Y'all have already taken my respect. Y'all have already taken my dignity from me. I'm not giving y'all the hair too. Would you say Mexico and USA are top 5 in the Americas? Wow. I don't think I would have ever answered this question this way in my life. But yes. Yes. I would. For now. Because Ecuador are going to drop out of the top 5. I think Colombia is still better. Argentina is still better. Brazil are still better. And then I think you probably put Mexico in the States. You probably put Mexico in the States there. And then Ecuador, number 6, is probably what I would have it. Ecuador 6. I'm going to put Paraguay 7. I'm going to put Canada 8. I'm going to put Uruguay 9. Who gives a damn who's number 10? Who gives a damn? Panama. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't think I would have ever answered that question this way before. However, again, if Ecuador get a new manager and he's really good, that's going to change everything. That's going to change everything. But you're asking me tonight, also before the USA loses to Bosnia? Yes, I would say yes. CONCACAF stock to the moon. Bosnia and Congo will win. That would really shake things up, man. CONCACAF son. It's tax fault. What's tax fault? Jack, are you Mexican? Yes, my mother is Mexican. I'm not full. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Also, my name is Jack, so I don't know. I don't know if anybody's named Jack in Mexico. I've never met a Jack in Latin America. Anywhere. In any country that I've been. I mean, you can barely say my name down here. I'm a Jacques. I'm Jacques. It sounds like people speak in French whenever they say my first name in Argentina. But no, I'm a halfie. I'm a mixed breed. I'm a mutt that you can find at the SPCA. Yeet for $2 from Chicano. Excellent. My boy done lost it. Dang, the children ran from Jack because Jake. Oh, Men says Jake. Can we win? Can we beat England? Yes. Can we win the World Cup? I still don't know. No. That would be. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I have the emotional capacity or the vocabulary to explain or express my emotions if Mexico won a World Cup. Like, I'm not smart enough to put it into words. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Johan Vasquez looks maxed, he would look like you. Interesting. I mean, I'm flattered. If Johan Vasquez looks maxing is me. I think Johan Vasquez has a very good look right now. You know, I think this is the most fachero that I've ever seen Johan look. It's a great facial hair fade combination. I'm trying to picture him with my haircut, and that's a little difficult. I think he's got me beat on the facial hair. I mean, that looks really thick. It looks healthy. But thank you for saying that. I've never been compared to Johan Vasquez in my life. I bet you guys have compared me to several things here today that I never thought I would ever I would ever be compared to. I'm having to skip a lot of these because I am trying to get to as many of your things as possible. Clips. FN says Mexico's defense flexing emoji. Could not have expressed it better myself. Oh, Mark is telling me the black jerseys are all sold out. I'm going to have to wait for that restock, man. $100. Hold on. $100. Ya paga la renta in Argentina. You know what? If I wasn't renting an Airbnb, maybe. But no, this Airbnb is expensive, bro. I'm paying like $1,700 a month for this 1-bedroom apartment. Dude, it's crazy. If I had that goddamn residency, I'd be paying $100 rent, just like you said, bro. Okay, it's not $100, but it could be like $500. What if you sold the channel to the Saudi PIF? Well, then I would still buy each and every one of you a jersey. Got the under 2.5 goals, biting my nails. Dude, excellent work from Mr. Betty. I hope you also placed that bet on Mexico to win. Shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring the stream. I actually have a tracker of how my bets are doing, and I'm actually hitting on most bets. I try to be really, really conservative with the ones that I tell you guys because, you know, I'm not a huge bettor. I don't want anybody to lose money. So if I'm not super confident, like, I'm not going to say anything in terms of that. And I think I've hit on like maybe like 75% of what I've told you guys, 75 to 80%. The one that I missed that I told you guys to bet on, which I just feel like an idiot for, is Australia, Paraguay, both teams to score. I was like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I thought that maybe there's going to be some. I was expecting Austria, Algeria, and we got a 0-0 snooze fest. So I apologize if anybody listened to me for that. What makes Mexico's defense top 5? I would say results. I would say approach. I would say individuals. I would say record. I would say it's incredibly physical. It's good at defending set pieces. It's fast. So if you're speedy on the outside, we're not getting cooked. It's not a bad transition defense team either. We have wingers who are very prone to help out the fullbacks and defending out wide. So we never really give up any one-on-one situations. Teams really struggle against us. That's why I think it's a top 5 defense. I don't think we have the top 5 personnel. I don't think Jorge Sanchez is a top 5 right back, but as a unit, as a team under this play style, yes, I think it's top 5. I think it's easily top 5. Florian Wirtz fraud? Yes. Oh, hold on. No, he's not a bigger fraud than Pavlovic. He's not a bigger fraud than Goretzka. And not a bigger fraud than Neuer. I'm actually not going to say Wirtz is a fraud. He needed some freaking help, man. Do you think Lamborghini was talking too much smack considering his results with the national team? What was he saying? What was he saying? Was he like on TUDN talking about Aguirre's like mid? Because that is laughable. That is laughable. Javier Aguirre had to fix the mess that Jimmy Lozano was supposed to fix and did nothing. So I don't want to hear him saying anything. Wasn't impressed with Brian Gutierrez today. Brian Gutierrez, I think, suffered a little bit from what Mora suffered in match day 1, meaning Mora came in as a sub when Mexico had won the game and we didn't care anymore. We weren't really attacking. There weren't really a lot of opportunities for Mora to do anything and to kind of showcase his skill set. I think Brian Gutierrez had a similar problem here today. But yeah, I wouldn't say like, oh, he was amazing, like no. The median Mexico salary is $450. That sounds kind of low. I thought it was like $800. I think it's $800 in Buenos Aires. Is Jack Japanese? Ethnicity reveal at 100K subs. Hit subscribe. Deadpaul DV Jacques. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm Jacques. Jacques down here. Still cringe when Luis Romo in the starting 11? Question mark. This is a fantastic question. I don't prefer it. I don't like it. Do I cringe? Do I vomit? No, because I trust El Vasco. Luis Romo still has a mistake every once in a while. He still made a dumb decision here today, but I want him to make his dumb decisions in the final third, not, making a back pass to our goalkeeper. So no, I don't cringe. Keep on start. If he keeps playing well, keep playing him. If everyone keeps doing their assignment, keep playing him. I even said, look, I'm team Israel Reyes 100%. I think he's the best right back in the pool, but I'm probably not benching Jorge Sanchez based on what he did today. Hot tub stream watch along? I need to buy a house before we do that. Before Jack looks like Quinones. Wow. Do you think Memo finally put his ghost to rest from his last World Cup performance despite for him only playing a bit? Do you think Memo put his ghost to rest? I think that's what your main question is here. New era of music. I think Javier Aguirre has given basically everybody in this freaking team a chance. Hasn't everybody played but the third string goalkeeper? It's great for Memo to be involved. I think now, this is like Lord of the Rings, where it's like your oath has been fulfilled and then the ghost army like disappears. If that's Memo Ochoa right now, then so be it. It doesn't change anything for me because to me, he will always be a legend. Always. But it's good to see him get involved. It is. And, he's put in some amazing performances for Mexico, and he's never won a knockout game. He's never experienced this happen, guys. And I'm super, super happy for him. And he can say, I wasn't just a bystander the whole time. USA over Ecuador. Again, until Oh, Gaston lost money on my Paraguay bet. I'm sorry, Gaston. Yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid. I have no betting background really, so I'm just trying to get into the flow more and more of, what makes the most sense. What do I actually want to tell you guys? I don't want to tell you guys something for the sake of it. I mean, that's pretty irresponsible. And I know you guys work hard for your money. I mean, I know that 95% of you are unemployed, but for the 5% of you in the chat that actually have a job and contribute to society, I know you work hard for your money and I don't want you guys to lose it. So I'm trying to be better about that. I hate Brazil. Where did this even originate, man? This is crazy. Oh, interesting. I didn't know this. Thoughts on Group E and F being fully eliminated? Okay. I think it's okay. I think it's worse for. I mean, it's way worse for E because Germany were the slight favorites. I would say Ivory Coast were the slight favorites, and neither of them were able to pull it out. So that's sad for me. I mean, Ecuador, this was again a 50-50 game in the sense that Mexico, not a great creative team, and you would have expected Ecuador to be amazing. And they all failed. I think it's more embarrassing for E than it is for F. There's no embarrassment in Sweden losing to France. Come on. Japan losing to Brazil. Come on. Norway versus Norway. Netherlands versus Morocco was always a 50-50 too. They couldn't pull out that tough result. They lost on pens. It is what it is. I think it's worse for E. Romo haters in shambles right now. Who will end up with the most disallowed goals? Colombia currently leads with 4. It's probably going to end being Colombia. Knowing Colombians, it's going to be Colombia. They're going to have 2 more against Ghana. I'm telling you. Who from Mexico do you think transfers to a better team? Interesting question. My no-brainer transfers right now, Eric Lira, Israel Reyes, and I'm going to say Gilberto Mora, which is not a hot take. I think we all know he's probably going to move. Those are like if these guys are not like on the move, what the hell is going on? 4th would be Quinones. And the only reason I don't think he's like a total layup is because I'm expecting it would need to be somewhat of an expensive bid. I don't know how much they actually bought him for the Saudi Pro League, but I would say him for sure. Anybody else that I think would move? Brian Gutierrez, not yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a move after this World Cup. I wouldn't be surprised, but I still think it's a little bit early for him. Nobody else I really see. Obed just moved. Fidalgo just moved. You know what? Maybe Johan, but Johan should move because he's just good. It has nothing to do with this World Cup, where he's continued to be good, but he just needs to be at a bigger club, period. I lost $1,000 on Germany yesterday. Bro, you bet $1,000 on Germany? Oh my God. What were you thinking, bro? It's not a gambling addiction. It's dedication. It's insane, dude. Oh, man. You lucky that I got a good relationship with my chat because I feel like I should be calling a support line right now. Unknown says, in Aguirre, we trust. Loading says, Mexico looked like a well-oiled machine. That's exactly what Mexico is. That's exactly what it is. Jack, imagine if there's no Shakira song. You know what? It might be best for all of us at that point. Somebody's telling me to go to bed. BC's laughing in the chat. She Loves You says, I wanted to see Hormiga. Yeah. I don't know if I'm like disappointed in that because I always thought that there was maybe too much pressure for this World Cup, given he had never done anything with the national team. I would fully expect him to leapfrog Santi Jimenez in the depth chart for the next cycle because it needs to, because Santi's just not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? Jack is an undercover agent. For who? For who? Mexico to the semis? Oh my gosh. Chat going broke because of Jack's predictions, dude. Mexico is imparable, unstoppable. We'll see. We'll see, man. 2028 Copa America going to be fun. I think it's going to be really, really fun. What do you do besides podcast soccer, your employment? I work for a marketing agency. That's what I do. Your channel is good. Your channel is good, pretty good. You hated on USA potential and they exceeded. It happens. Actually, I don't think I've been wrong about the potential. Because the potential is a quarterfinal, is what I said. I hated on the mentality and I doubted their mentality super hard. Super, super hard. Because they've just flopped so many times recently. And they have proven to be more mentally resilient than a lot of national teams that I used to have a lot of respect for. And shout out to Pochettino and the American players for proving me wrong. I never doubted the skill of the team, but it didn't feel good doubting that they cared, but I did doubt that they cared, and maybe that's on me. Maybe that was inappropriate. I never should have done it, but it was how I felt given the quotes and the performances and everything. It was not good. A Mossad agent. Oh my God. I was right about no Edson though. I think Javier Aguirre likes Lira, and Lira's playing so well. Why would you drop him? Lira to Real Madrid. Okay, that's a little crazy, but he should go to La Liga for sure. Is Jack Muslim? No, I'm not. I run Big Pharma. Jacques Ball TV. Um, my minor is in marketing, bro. How do you like it? It's good, man. You get to be creative. You will be blamed for every single thing that goes wrong at your company, so just be ready for that. Anything breaks, marketing. Things go well, not marketing. So that's kind of the most annoying part of the job. Mexico winning Copa America, Japan winning Asian Cup. What's more likely? Japan winning the Asian Cup. Mexico still need to beat an elite team. We're still waiting on that. And if the Copa is in South America, I mean, forget about it. I don't see that. Japan, look, they are on fraud watch. It's very painful for me, but they are on fraud watch. They have to do this. They have to win the Asian Cup to protect their legacy a little bit. Group D was insanely difficult to predict. Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, most people had Australia getting grouped, actually. That seemed to be the not consensus, because there was no consensus, but that was the one that most people seemed to think was going to go down. Tel Aviv Ball TV. How do you find a remote job? I had to apply to a lot. And I had to take a salary that was really, really low for a couple years. I was underpaid for a couple years because I wanted to build my resume. And now I have the job I have now, which pays better. So you kind of I had to like take it on the chin for a while. And it sucked, I mean, I wasn't broke. Like, don't get me wrong. I have a great life. I'm not trying to sound entitled or anything like that. I applied to a lot of jobs, tried to be really good, documented literally every single thing that I did well. Like, I had numbers, right? On your resume, if you guys want some career advice before I sign off, your resume needs to speak to things you have achieved. I increased sales is meaningless. Who cares what that means? I increased sales by 47% because I did X, Y, and Z. That's what you should have on your resume. So basically, I just stat padded at my first job. Stat padded, try to get as good as possible. I feel like I'm a good talker. I'm a good interviewer. Applied for a bunch of stuff, ended up getting a different job, and here I am. It is really hard. It is really frustrating. So my advice to you is just be resilient. Don't let it get to you. It's not a reflection of your worth. You just have to be extremely patient because these are high demand jobs. People really want them. So you have to be quick, make a good cover letter, message people, try to make your application stand out somehow. That's what I would say. Okay. Good night, Mr. Salmon Ball TV from Osman. I'm gonna end the stream as well because it is very late. I'm not gonna do a recap video today. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I've given y'all a 3-hour stream here. I'm just gonna do this recap video in the morning. USA versus Bosnia stream. Yes, that is basically. Hold on, let me confirm that before I sign off. Tomorrow night, yeah, I can do that. I can do that tomorrow night. Ooh, England, DR Congo, 1 o'clock. Dude, England on upset alert. That's gonna be crazy. Chat, y'all have been awesome. Mexico have defeated Ecuador 2-0. A World Cup knockout win, something that none of us, well, I shouldn't say none of us. Some of you guys might be old. I have never seen. So this was a historic night. It was a great performance from Mexico. I'm starting to believe again, man. And that's always when you get punched in the balls. So we'll see what happens next. I'll be live at some point for some game tomorrow. Y'all hit subscribe if you're new here, chat. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one.